What's up, folks? Welcome back to the stream. We are live with the T5S2 Pod 24 Finals, and this is a pretty exciting one. I have that right? We're 24. Excuse me. No, this is Pod 25. Pod 25. It's a Pod 25 Finals, I swear. Final answer. We have over here in the red a stream regular. We've been seeing him on more and more final stables as he's going with a great run using Drukhari in 10th edition. Heliveraith with his Dark Eldar versus over here in the blue, Dare Bear, aka Derek, playing Tyranids. We've seen him in a couple of finals games, or a couple of games on stream so far. This might be his first finals game. I'm not 100% sure. But we have seen Heliveraith in the past. How's it going, everybody? Thanks, everyone in chat for coming and joining in. We got a Nurgle Matt in here. We got a Dr. Rhino in here. No way, dude. How's it going, Dr. Rhino? Hope the painting's doing you well. Let's talk about... Yeah, it does look like I put... Oh, no. Alright, I put the pod number right in here. In the list document chat. Exclamation point lists if you want to follow along. I'm a little discombobulated today. I had to rush home from a meeting. We got done just a couple minutes ago. And I got home moments afterwards. So a little behind the times. I've got some food with me, though, to watch this sweet game with everybody. My co-commentator is here. She's very noisy because I haven't hung out with her all day. You might be able to hear her in the background. She's upset that I haven't been there to give her all the love and attention that she desires. But let's talk about some lists today, chat. We do have Tyranids on the final stable, which is always exciting to me because they're my favorite buggy boys. Over here with Derek's Tyranid list. He is running a Synaptic Nexus, so he's going to get a set of once per game Doctrine style of abilities. He has a Death Leaper, a Hive Tyrant with Synaptic Control for -1 damage, and a Neuro Tyrant with Power of the Hive Mind for +1 strength and AP on its Flamer. Brings that thing to a pretty terrifying strength 6 AP 2. Which is good against a wide variety of targets. It's also a 2 damage torrent weapon, which is always exciting. Definitely worth the 10 points, I think it is, for that upgrade. We then have a single Biovore for secondaries, 3 Exocrines, 2 Maleceptors, and 2 Molochs. Molochs are a much more, a pretty popular piece these days, largely just for their ability to muck with primary objectives. They force battle shock checks, potentially on a 5+, on everybody within 12 inches of them. When they come out of Deep Strike, they can do mortal wounds, and they have a billion attacks, 16 attacks for one of those Molochs. So they're excellent at clearing light infantry. So they're very good objective bullies. Less good at doing lots of damage, but they aren't too bad. We then have 2 Neurolictors, 1 Norn Emissary. Interesting to see the Norn Emissary on the table. Not the Assimilator today, so we're rocking the 4+ Invulnerable save, which is going to be good against all of the Dark Lances in Heliveraith's list. And Heat Lances, we should also mention. But a little bit weaker of a top-line profile then. And then a single Pyrovore. Moving on to Heliveraith's Drukhari. We are running a Real Space Raid detachment, but only with Urian Rakarth as a character. So that's the only character on the table today. We're only going to be unlocking a single extra pain token thanks to the Real Space Raid detachment ability, which gives you a pain token for each of the triumvirate of Drukhari characters that you have access to. 2 units, 1, 2, 3, 4 units of Kabalite Warriors, 10 apiece, decked out with heavy weapons. 3 units of Rax, 2 of 5 and 1 of 10, usually for Urian to join into and act as a little bit of a roadblock. He will regenerate on a 2+. He's hard to kill. He has a pretty good flamer with devastating wounds once per game. All good stuff. We have 6 Raiders for those Rax and Kabalite Warriors to jump into. Rocking 3 Ravagers as well, all of those with Dark Lances, 2 Chronos to regenerate pain tokens, as well as a unit of Scourges with 4 Heat Lances. and a single Solitaire. Just the one Scourge is an interesting thing about Helivery's list. He likes to focus more on the Raiders. We're not seeing any Venoms in play today. We're only going to be seeing the Raiders, so we're really trying to do as much damage as we can with those big, heavy anti-tank weapons. Each of these Raiders that is embarking a Cabalite Warrior unit is going to be dumping out, of a single Darklands shot, plus a blaster and potentially a blast pistol shot, plus the Darklands on the top of the Raider as well. So 2 total Darklances and a blaster, 3 D6 plus X damage weapons from each of those Raiders. Usually we then also see Dark Lances on 3 Scourge units, but today we're rocking Heat Lances, which are, if I remember correctly, and I'm sure we can just pull the Scourge data sheet up here momentarily, if I remember correctly, are Assaults, which allows the Scourge unit, if they need to advance, fire that weapon, and then use their Fire and Fade ability to reposition themselves, making them incredibly maneuverable if you need them for secondary objectives, as well as difficult to pin down and having a long fire range. Yeah, take a look at that Heat Lance there. It's a casual Melta 3 assault weapon. 18-inch range, so you need to get within 9 to get the benefit of the extra Melta damage. But Strength 14, AP 4, again, really helpful that we have that Norn Emissary for the invulnerable save, because holy crap, a nice AP 4 weapon is going to punch through that thing and cover in Armor of Contempt if we need to. So that is pretty terrifying, but that is why Scourges make these lists. So a lot of anti-tank shooting versus a lot of tanks. We'll see if the Tyranids have the beef to withstand it in their Synaptic Nexus. But to be fair, Tyranid weapon profiles are also extremely good at shooting return fire back into Raiders. Weapon profiles tend to be relatively light on low strength. So it looks like we are running fixed objectives over on the side of the table of the Drukhari. Tyranids, I believe, are locked into tactical, but that might be not true. Actually, it doesn't bring it. You can score bring it down pretty heavily on this list, so we might be on bring it down.
Yeah, I'm like, did I accidentally put EL in there? I meant to put I can just shift it because I declared it, so it's fine.
I think it sounds like Tyranids are on tactical. That's fine. Tyranids love playing tactical. They have so much flexibility with those Spore Mines from the Biovore that they can really do kind of whatever they want. Liberary says, dunked on your CSM a while ago? On CSM? What? That's crazy. Good to know, dudes. Nice to see you in the chat, by the way. Thanks, everyone, for coming and watching. We have not yet... we have not yet done a prediction. In fact, I forgot. Let's do that real quick. We've got a 5-minute prediction chat today. A little bit of a fast one. J-Vlog in the chat, how's it going? There you go, everybody. All you gamblers in there, get those predictions going. So we are on, by the way, we're on Chosen Battlefield today. The players have largely kept things the same. I think they have moved one of the objectives out in the open. It looks like that has been stickied by the Cabalite Warriors inside the Raiders over there by Helivery. I think that they did elect to keep sides, though. At least I believe that Derek won the roll-off for initiative and ended up staying on his side because he had a defensively oriented objective in the side here after the Chosen Battlefield had been determined. So a little bit of a benefit to the Tyranids for that. Not a huge deal, especially because the Tyranids aren't particularly fast in the Synaptic Nexus, so being able to break the locked objective in the back bottom left corner for the Drukhari is going to be difficult for them. They can shoot Spore Mines and stuff over there, but those Spore Mines can't hold objectives, so they can't break control. And it looks like we are going to be disembarking some Cabalite Warriors, trying to deal with Death Leaper right off the bat. Just get rid of these lone operatives, and maybe get some heavy weapons into the Maleceptors and the characters as well. Wow, this is aggressive out of Helivery, but definitely I think the right call. You do have to get rid of those lone operatives as quickly as you can against Tyranids. They're so good at scoring, and they're so good at disrupting your own game plan that it's going to be absolutely brutal. We are on Take and Hold as well today, chat, so we can score 5 victory points per objective if you hold up to 15, which is why Helivery is going to be focus firing those lone operatives down as quickly as possible. He doesn't want to have to deal with those just sitting on an objective in the backline and scoring for free. Now, we also have the Norn Emissary. I believe that Derek elected to choose an objective for it to lock down. I have a sneaking suspicion it's the one across from it, but it might be the center objective. That will give it just a casual tripling of its OC and plus 5+ feel no pain if it's within range of that objective. Oh, going for the Neuro Tyrant, trying to knock out the Neuro Tyrant before it ends up using its enhanced Shadow in the Warp, making everybody take leadership checks at -1. Dr. Rhino banking on Emperor's Children release this edition. Oh, I think it's a good bet. I would color me shocked if there's not an Emperor's Children release this edition. It's such a hole in the Chaos line right now, and it's just, I mean, they released a big Fulgrim for 30k, like Emperor's Children are on people's minds. I think it's a good time for it. You could release a bunch of dual releases for 30k and 40k, right? Because they're doing all like the end of the Horus Heresy stuff and Black Library, so like you could do a whole push for it. I think it'd be rad. What else? We get a potential release with Lucius. I don't know enough about Emperor's Children characters to like tell you what I think would get released. For sure we would get a plastic Lucius, right? And I would be shocked if there wasn't a plastic Fulgrim too. That would be surprising to me, honestly. But given that every one of the other cult legions has their Primarch, yeah, that'd be weird if Emperor's Children didn't get it.
9 shots.
Alright, just 2.
Does it ignore cover?
AP2 ignore cover.
Longship left. Yeah, Heliverith beat your CSM2. Wow. Does Drukhari just kill Chaos Space Marines? Is this the hero in the meta that we didn't know we needed? I guess like it's hard to dark obscurate them if they just run their raiders like right up within 12 inches of you, right?
Chronos.
Tyranids lose pretty hard to Chaos Space Marines and Orcs. Orcs, really? That feels like a real coin flippy matchup. I think Tyranids go first, Tyranids win. Orcs go first, Orcs win. That's my opinion on how that matchup goes. Tyranids are so fast that you can like deploy pretty close to the line, rocket 20 gargoyles, like surround all their transports, and there's nothing you can do. They just have to sit there and take it for a turn. And then you can put spore mines in front of your guys so that they can't advance into charge you. Oof. It's brutal. But going second, Orcs just post up, disembark their transports, kill all your gargoyles, and then you're like, well, this sucks. Yeah, this is a sweet matchup, by the way, chat. I'm glad everybody's excited for it. Drukhari and Tyranids, not two factions that we get on the table, on the finals table too often, but these are two excellent players with these factions, so I'm excited to see them rock it out. And speaking of rocketing, there's so many Raiders and Ravagers pushing up the table here. Holy crap. So there are 2 Raiders inside, and it looks like Heliverith has saved his transport board here. Transports 5 and 6 have some friends in them. Oh, and it looks like this Raider has taken 4 damage already from an Overwatch from the Neuro Tyrant as well. So 5 and 6 being
You don't have an up and down,
1 on each side. Yeah, 1 on each side filled with racks to push on the side objectives really hard with those resilient rack units. And I appreciate that Heliverith isn't going too aggressively here. It's pretty easy for Maliceptors and Exocrines to pull Raiders off the table very quickly. So if he pushes everything out all at once, there's a non-zero chance that he just loses too much of it if his Alpha Strike isn't particularly good. So I think we'll have an alternating activation 40k within the next 10 years. 10 years? I can't prognosticate 10 years, chat. But I would say within the next 5, no. I don't believe so. I think if 40k was going to make like transformative mechanical changes, they would have done it already. But I think the fact that they are 30 years in with the same system indicates to me that they're not going to change. It's like Dungeons and Dragons, right? Like Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition and Dungeons and Dragons, you know, AD&D or whatever, is like basically the same game. From the outside looking in, from a layman's perspective, someone who only knows the core mechanics of Dungeons and Dragons, the base at the base level, the core engine has never changed ever. And I think 40k is the same thing, the same way. There's too many people who would be too upset and too confused about a wholly new activation system for Warhammer 40,000 that I don't think they would ever do it. I don't think they would ever risk their market share that way. Yeah. I mean, some stuff has changed, right? Like the psychic phase has come and gone. You know, charging is different, movement is different, but in that, you know, it's a phased game where each of you take a turn, and your armies are you know, broken down into phases of movement and shooting and melee. Then, you know, that's how 40k is. That's 40k in a nutshell, and I don't think I would see them changing that. Yeah, 10? I mean, who knows? Who knows if 40k is even going to be a game in 10 years? Probably will. Highly likely. But, you know, 10 years, we might see a global catastrophe. And fun toy soldier games like these, you know, will be a luxury. We'll see. 10 years is a long time. So I think, I mean, we've had the alternating activation talk on plenty of times on the channel. You think you want alternating activations in 40k, chat, but you don't. You actually don't. Alternating activations with armies that scale at 40k is miserable. It's one of the most miserable gaming experiences you can have. What you want is a system by which you alternate with like half your army or a third of your army or something like that. So you want to break it into like detachments and then have the detachments go, or like have HQ units, you know, activate with several units, or you know, you go with unit slots or something. 40k would be a terrible game alternating activating, and I will die on that hill. Model for Gaskell would be the size of Warhound Titan. Oh yeah, Space Marine would be the size of the Warhound Titan.
Keep it.
So we're placing pain tokens for the first shooting phase here. These guys are all going to get rerolls. I'm going to go back to 3D mode. A lot of people say that they don't. You can't really tell what's going on in the Tomb King. The Tomb King? Oh my god, on the Necron map. Jesus. Toontown over here. So we'll give you a 3D model to look at. One pager's rules is actually slower and worse than 40k. Lab Scallion, keep preaching, my dude.
Okay.
One page rules, yeah.
This empty reader is confined.
One page rules is what happens when somebody who tries to redesign 40k who isn't that experienced in game design, I think. And they say, "Oh, I think alternating activations is what people like, so I'm gonna put it in my game." And then they just, yeah,
3 shots hitting on
kind of create a mess. But that's okay.
And then string
People like it, and it is what it is.
2 wounds. AP3, you have cover.
Okay.
Okay.
Where can you get paint scheme ideas for Tyranids? A lot of people look at Sea Life if you're looking for IRL inspiration. Otherwise, you just like browse Cool Meteor now or something, right?
2 wound, or 1 wound. AP3, you have cover.
He's vapes.
Okay.
Cranberries.
This one shoots into the northern emissary. Hitting on 3s, rerolling 1s. 2 hits. Strength 12. 2 wounds, AP3, you have cover.
1 save, 1 goes through.
Hit, dice hits plus 2. For 4.
How about those coconut crabnids, though, right? That's everybody's favorite.
Number 5 is the Rack Squad.
Army inspired by mantis shrimp. That's cool.
So
Mine's really boring. I just took the Leviathan color scheme and I replaced purple with green. I'm very
2
creative.
factors on 3s. They both hit. They are strength 2. They need 6s for 2 devastating wounds. Nothing. This raider, everything in range. We are not in 18. So that is Dark Lance on the vehicle, hits on a 3. Dark Lance on the infantry, hits on a 4. Pain token. Wounds on a 3. We have the Splinter Cannon, hitting on 4s. token. 1 sustained. Strength 3, need sitses.
Yeah, it's basically the same color as the army in TTS.
1 wound, AP 1.
Which
2
is not
damage
by
to
design,
recover.
by the way. That was totally random.
Saves.
I was like, oh hey, somebody made an army that looks
Um,
exactly like my army. That's
And
cool.
then
My army's more white than that one, and it doesn't have the red
hitting
accents.
on
But
freeze.
it's very similar.
Pain token. And sitses. 1 AP 0, 1 damage.
He saves.
So Norn Emissary down 4 already. Although I don't think we shot into the Neuro
Over
Tower
here,
yet. That's the
Kevlik
really
squad
scary
into
part.
the Neurolictor. The pistol was everything was in range. You have stealth?
Yes.
Pistol 3s to 4s. Pain token. Nope. Back glance 4s to 5s. Hits. Strength 12. Wounds. AP 3.
Red Ice
Saves.
Man's black and red is
We have the blaster.
always a good scheme. That's my like when in doubt backup scheme. A lot of my non Warhammer games or my non Warhammer armies are painted like that. All my MCPs painted like that. All my Star Wars Armada is painted like that. All my Star Wars ships in general, actually, I think are painted like that. Black and red always looks good. And I started painting my demons like that, but I didn't really get that far.
Splinter cannon on 4s. Pain token. So anti-infantry 3. We get 1 AP 1 for 2.
Alright. Goes through.
And then the rifles. Hitting on 3s. 4s because of stealth. Rerolling. And anti-infantry 3. 4 AP 0.
Definitely agree on the Neuro Tyrant Hippie Hunter.
We go through.
I think the Neuro Tyrant's like very quickly moving to being kind of an auto-include with Tyranids.
And then the full
We're very
raider
close to it.
is going to shoot into it.
The -1 leadership is
We'll
such a
start with the
such a
rifles.
dramatic
Feels
mathematical change
reliable.
on the Shadow
No
and the
fake
Warp Turn.
token,
It's
so
huge.
hitting on
And then you also
4s.
get like a dude who's just like you said, hard to kill, has a good flamer.
3 AP 0.
Randomly, he's like not too bad in melee. Also,
You're dead.
Okay. Gets me a pain token back.
I have a demon army. I
Just
do have a
options,
demon army.
That's all of that done. I just have these 3.
For a hot minute in 9th edition, I think they were undefeated in IRL play or close to it.
Start with Rackart's Raider.
I think they might literally have been
Death
undefeated in
Leaper.
IRL play. I don't remember if that's the case though.
Um,
And then Bellicor got a minor nerf, and I got so
might
mad
as
about
well
it that
just
I never
use the
played them again.
one-shot Flamer.
A minor nerf that ultimately probably didn't matter, and
so
I
everything
was like
into it.
mad.
Well,
It was after Bellicor didn't
starting
unlock
with
all of the
we
warp
got
sword
6 shots.
abilities. I was like,
11
I would have had to change.
on
Tim
Citrus.
Lord, thank you for the follow, by the way.
Two mortals.
I would literally have had to change the detachment loadout of my army to unlock the the warp storm
Dark
abilities that I
Ones,
wanted, and I
hitting on
couldn't
a
be
4.
bothered, so I never played them again.
It's a pain token. We have
It
2
probably
Hex
would have been a
Rifles hitting
5-minute
on
list change,
4s
but I was like, fuck it, I'm going back to
with pain
Tyranids.
tokens. Nope. 2 Ossifators hitting on 4s. Pain token. 1 hit. Anti-infantry 4+ for 2 mortals. Or 2 devastating. Not mortals.
Okay.
2 liquefiers. They get 7 hits. Strength 4 on 5s. 2 AP 1. They do not ignore cover.
Yeah, that's definitely the way of demons for
Saves
sure.
both.
Occasionally,
2
though,
standard pistols.
they get real good.
They hit
I think
on
this new data slate's
4s.
going to be good for demons. I think GW is going to realize that they nerf demons unnecessarily, and they're going to come back and demons are going to be incredible. Because they're already so
This
close to
Raider's
being
cleansing,
insane,
so we just have these
and
guys.
like they have decent damage output. It's a little inconsistent, but it's solid. It's just expensive right now, and their secondary game is incredible. And if that is if they can make that efficient, oh my god, our demon's gonna be good.
Okay, I'm gonna spend 1 and throw grenades at them. That Death Leaper.
They're so close, yeah. It's just points. They just need points. They needed Shalaxi not to go up 50 points for no goddamn reason.
3 mortals.
Shalaxi's like a
to kill
370 point model in a 450 point model's body.
Okay.
You give demons another 200 points of chaff, and I think that army's like a...
Itself.
They pop to like a 55% win rate.
We have a Dark Lance into Maliceptor.
Bunkalator with the big raid. How's it going, Bunkalator? Hope everyone had a good stream over there in the bunk bed. Thank you to follow as well.
Dark Lance, it's on the 4.
We're watching a T5S2 finals game. This is Tyranids versus Drukhari. These players have played 3 rounds of 40k to get here. This is a 4-round tournament. They are the only 2 undefeated out of 16. And a pretty cool matchup, honestly. Drukhari went first, pushed up super duper hard with all these raiders. Raiders full of Cabalite warriors, disembarking them to dominate these objectives. And now going to be trying to force the Tyranids out of their hidey holes and into direct combat with them. The Tyranids have the beef to kill all of these raiders, but the question is whether they can do it fast enough for the Drukhari not to win, and also, you know, deliver all their anti-tank shooting into the heart of the Tyranids. Looks like we did end up finishing the shooting phase here. Death Leaper went down. Norn Emissary down 4 wounds. We did draw a line of sight from the Cabalite Warriors in the back here to the Neuro Tyrant, but we're not able to take it down. Maliceptor took a damage as well, randomly. And then we're charging the Solitaire. I imagine that we blitzed into the Neurolictor here. The Solitaire actually has almost no chance of killing a Neurolictor without blitzing. Oh, and it doesn't do it.
Stayed on the board, Neurolictor. Slap back.
Looks like we did lose a second Neurolictor in the center, though. Only down to 1 Neurolictor. Bottom of the first turn. I think that was some aggressive positioning from them, from the Tyranids, but we'll see.
Moving on. 2s.
3 up and home roll.
Nurgling's so good. Yeah, that's the one unit in Demons I think we need to see a little bit of an uptick, maybe. They're too cheap.
Right.
If you're taking 5 units in every non-demon army, maybe 5 units is too many. Maybe we make that 3 units, and then we're talking. And I feel bad for the Chaos Knight players, but the Chaos Space Marine players certainly don't need the extra help. All right, so that is the end of the Drukhari turn. Oh, they're running tacticals. Excuse me. What are we doing over here? Do we have these backwards? I think we did.
There we go. Okay, good. I didn't pick the right one.
Okay, Tyranids unfixed.
Lo and behold. All right.
And it just hadn't revealed it. Okay,
This
Tyranids
raid
unfixed.
Give me a battle shock test.
Drukhari on tactical. Scored 5 points. Discarded 1 for a command point. Tyranids getting Bring It Down, Deploy Teleport Hammers. The classic combination.
Oh no. Okay.
Now,
That's battle shock. We will give a Neuroloid.
oh, I think the
Here.
there is an open spot in the back of the zone over here, chat. So what we're gonna see is just Biovore was just gonna start planting a single spore mine in one of these sections, either over here or maybe over here, every single turn. That's gonna be scoring 4 points for Tyranids. That's a little sad for Heliveraith, but you can't. Unfortunately, you can't spend all your time screening out spore mine drops in the back line. Although honestly, like, you could force maybe the Neuro Tyrant to go attempt a teleport homers if he had screened out the back here, but so far he's got it just fine.
We'll go to movement. We'll do the first thing I'm gonna do, which is move him here. Does his +1 to charge really do anything? I could go for a YOLO charge. I might do that. This guy's gonna move over his 8 so he can shoot into them. This guy's gonna do the same thing. Although he might shoot into this guy instead. Hive Tyrant is gonna go up 8. And probably charge a Raider. I'll advance the Neuro Tyrant.
And Tyranid is just responding to aggression.
Why don't they die?
Thank you, dudes. Master of the soundboard, as always. We're just going to be making YOLO charges with our expensive characters. Definitely going to see a Shadow Noir pop this coming turn, I think. With that Neuro Tyrant pushing as far forward as we can.
guy. What is the smartest thing to do with him here? I could just ignore the
Xeno
raiders in
spotted.
the middle for now.
So many Xenos, right?
Alright,
Oh my
so
god.
this
They're
guy
everywhere.
will
It's like
move
they're
up.
multiplying. Now these Maliceptors,
Gun!
And what color are the empty ones?
everybody's
Red.
getting bull gunned.
Excellent.
The Maliceptors and
Four.
Exocrines, like we talked about before, Chad, have like a perfect profile into these Raiders. Now the awkward part about the Raiders and the Ravagers is that they're 10 and 11 wounds respectively,
That's him.
which does mean that
And then this guy will
the
just.
that I love
If I squeak over
the,
8, he can
sort of design of the Raider here, because the difference between 10 and 11 wounds is relevant for almost every weapon profile. The only weapon profile that isn't affected by it is 4 and 6. Otherwise, it takes an extra hit from every damage value to kill a Ravager. So a Ravager is anywhere from like 10 to like 30% more survivable against almost every style of weapon in 40k. And that includes
this exocrine
over 9, I should say. And that includes, or I guess on top of the Raider.
either one of these.
The Raiders being 10 wounds means that they are going to take 3 wounds to kill from the heavy shooting from the Tyranids. The Ravagers won't get that additional benefit against 3 wounds, 3 damage weapons, obviously. 3 damage is going to kill them in 4 converted attacks. But generally speaking, almost all of the other weapon profiles of the game are going to be effective. Which is cool. I like that extra wound mattering a lot. But these Exocrines are all... These are all T8 vehicles, T8 and 9 vehicles, so the strength 10, 8, and 10 Exocrines and Maliceptors are going to be absolutely brutal against them. Having played this matchup in the past, the Tyranid shooting is going to do a number on these Raiders. Now the question is if you can kill enough of them quickly enough,
Rolling the ones,
but usually it's not too hard.
landing on 3s. That many AP2, you do have cover, so.
Raider is the only good model for Drukhari? You mean like looks or effectiveness? Because they have a lot of effective units. Let me tell you about these little guys called Scourges. Oh boy. Yep, there you go. That's already a Raider taken down from the shooting in the corner over here. I know, chat. Yeah. As soon as Tyranids see a T8 vehicle, they're like, hold up. Exocrine can actually act as an anti-tank weapon now? Dude, this is the best day ever. I love this. Oh my god. Ash redeeming a 30-second rant. All right, let me turn on my timer here, chat. Why aren't Warhammer 40k models edible? It's a grand travesty for the greater miniature community to have decided that some sort of like PVC polypropylene, like plastic material, is the correct material to make miniatures out of. Are you kidding me? You could have made miniatures out of chocolate and like chewables this entire time, and instead you chose some sort of inedible polymer material? That's absolutely ludicrous, and I can't believe that would be the decision that was made. It's completely incorrect, and any layman who has never assembled a miniature kit before would be able to see that. Oh, your model's destroyed? Pop it in your mouth. Maybe it's cherry flavored. You know, maybe you have different flavors for the different factions in Warhammer 40k. Like, are you kidding me? The marketing opportunities are absolutely endless. Plus the fact that you could dye them with food coloring if you wanted to. You know, personalize your miniatures. You could use accents like frosting and additional pieces in order to make them your own. And then when they're destroyed, you can eat them. And from an economic standpoint, that requires you to purchase another model because you've eaten them. Eventually, like, they also become a perishable good, which means eventually you're gonna have to buy more models anyway. So if Games Workshop actually wanted to make money from their stupid side project that they clearly do as a hobby because they have no idea what they're doing, they should have made their models editable. That was way longer than 30 seconds. I got into it, chat. Flintstones Vitamin Marines. Oh, yes. It's calcium fortified ceramite, chat. Plague Marines would be rank. I remember back in the day, they did an integration or like a a thing with Harry Potter. Harry Potter had this thing called Bernie Bots, every flavored bean, something like that, and they made a line of them. And there was one that was dirt flavored, and it just tasted like gravel. It tasted like you fell off your bike and ate shit. And I was like, I was shocked. I was like, why would they make this candy? And I guess I don't know. That's just it was in the book, so they had to do it. And you just do something similar with Plague Marines. Oh, why does it take like rotten eggs? Well, because it is. That's what they're supposed to taste like. That's what the deep lore of Warhammer 40,000 has told us a Plague Marine tastes like. Salamander's Chocolate Marine? No, Salamanders would be like some more. Salamanders would be delicious, I bet. Or they'd be spicy. No, Salamanders would be like a little fireball. Salamanders would be rad. Yeah, 150 Vinkars enter the Shadow Realm with microdoses. I should have like a special overlay for the rant, chat. I don't put enough work into my stream. Nope, sorry. I've just oh jeez. What has happened? I don't know. Oh. Apologies, chat, if that was came up on the stream. Salamanders taste like jalapenos.
All right.
That does sound good. You know what you shouldn't eat though is Legion of the Damned. That's the one that's gonna hurt your mouth.
Oh, you're right, and I didn't fall back. That's fine. Well, Flamer into the Cabalite Warriors then.
You know, that notification is not supposed to play on my machine. I don't know why it does.
6 shots. That's my bad for forgetting about Neurotime. And then wounding on 2s. Oof, atrocious. AP2. Ignore cover.
Are Ultramarines vanilla flavored or
Neurotime,
blueberries?
Alright. This execrate. Okay, this exocrine back is going to shoot into this raider right here.
Okay.
D6 plus 3 shots. 8 shots.
Oryx tastes like
Hitting on
mushrooms.
3s.
Of course.
And then wounding on 4s. Alright, 3, AP3.
Big sits.
Alright, the Maliceptor will now
What
shoot
does
at
the
him.
Tau taste like?
Get to reroll the 1s now. D6 plus 3
Are
shots.
they like beef jerky?
6 shots. Hitting on 3s. Wounding on 3s. Just 2 more. AP2.
Oh, tower
With cover,
blueberries?
so 3 more damage.
With cover or no? No, yeah. So.
You have cover, so.
Yeah.
No, chat.
'Cause I think
Tower
was
just
there 4 up
bullseyes.
save.
Yeah.
So,
They'll have bullseyes?
the Hive Tyrant will shoot his.
Why did Finecast even exist? Finecast existed, chat, because Games Workshop moved away from metallics, because metallics cause all sorts of problems. They're expensive in shipping, and I think there were some health-related issues with them, so they had to move away very quickly. In order to reuse the molds, they reformulated a new material that they could pour into the existing molds that they had for the metal models. So they reformulated a new resin that they could do that with. This was also like years and years ago. Resin formulations have advanced like way past that point. That was like particularly bad, but they needed a material very quickly that they could use molds that weren't necessarily designed for resin with. Tower fish? I thought they were. Yeah, I thought they were like bovine. I think they just name all their stuff like fish-related stuff. Or humans name them because they look like fish.
You cannot overwatch because it's the shooting phase.
Oh, the cost of tin tripled? I don't remember that part.
All right.
But that's a good point out, chat. That's a good call out. Yeah, so here comes the Spore Mine to score a billion points. These things are just gonna net a ton of points for Derek. Now, interestingly, and Hiliveraith called this out to his opponent at the start of the game, the Drukhari are gonna gain pain tokens every time they destroy an enemy unit. It doesn't matter the value of that unit or the objective control characteristic. So this Spore Mine is gonna net 4 victory points for Tyranids every turn and a pain token for Drukhari. Because all they have to do is fire like the Kronos' Flamer or something, kill it almost automatically. A bunch of rolls of a 2+ essentially, and then they're gonna just be generating tons of value from that. So Hive Tyrant and the Maleceptor both got into the Raider. So let's take a total count of destroyed vehicles so far. Oh, only one.
Nord Emissary is
well, that's not that many. Norn Emissary is going into the Cabalite Warriors, however. I don't know what is disconnected from my computer. I apologize for the interruptions here, chat.
It's not enough.
I'm just gonna unplug this. Looks like it's having problems.
Yeah, he would have needed. Yeah. All right. So that's any other charges I want to do. Nope, that's it for my charges.
If you have painted models, it's not an issue. I think that the pewter, like the pewter formulation, is relatively stable. I think there were some like early versions that used like a tin lead alloy or something, and it was problematic. Lead models were really bad, but that was before everybody knew how bad lead was. Looks like Solitaire knocked out the Neurolictor finally. Derek mentioned that he had forgotten to fall back there, so that's a little bit awkward. And he was going to flamer it to death, but he's just eating that mistake. That is going to be a big issue. The Solitaire surviving a turn here is going to be huge.
Hitting on 2s. And then wounding on 3s.
Someone's starting a Drukhari army. How good are Kronos and Talos right now? Kronos, like 2+ Kronos is basically an auto-include. Those are essentially required to play Drukhari currently. Talos are very good, but kind of like an acquired taste, I think. They can rock Heat Lances or Hair Wire weapons, which are all extremely good weapon platforms. And you can take them in units with multiple attacks, so they're good, or units of 2, I should say, so that they're a little bit more efficient of a platform for delivering pain tokens to people. But like outside of dropping a ton of CP on keeping them alive with -1 to wound, they aren't the most survivable things in the world. So I think they're very good, but they're not for everyone. If they don't fit your playstyle, then don't worry about it. But the Kronos are extremely strong. They dropped lead minis in the 1997, but lead-containing pewter was made illegal in the 70s?
That guy doesn't quite fit there. So you can come over here. So 4 basic guys into the Maleceptor.
All right, they're -1 to hit, and how many are left? 5.
5 total.
Yeah.
So at half.
Yeah.
Okay, -1 to hit, so hitting on 4s. Wounding on 6s. 1 AP 0.
He's safe.
And the Cerberite into the Hive Tyrant, hitting on 4s. Wounding on 6s. Nothing.
All right. That's all the fights. I'm gonna get 6 for bring it down.
Matsumine,
Yep.
And then
you just missed
4 for deploy to movers.
Sounds good.
a late, or not a late,
And I will pass it over
What's the
to
word?
you. And I am
like
gonna
a
shadows in
replacement
the
invite?
warp you.
What I do is the top
Um,
16 people from the waitlist get
And
put
that
onto
is
the
immediate, or is it
into the
battle shock
pod.
phase?
Sometimes
it's
people
immediate.
miss
It actually
the
takes place in the middle of your command phase, and
event,
then
or
you
they
have
don't want to
battle shock
play,
phase afterwards.
and so those end up getting big drops.
So starting with that Raider.
And those spots
there.
get offered to the next people in the waitlist.
At a
until you fill
-1
the
because you
pod.
have the Neuro Tyrant. right?
Yep.
So that
So
that
7's
event
in
has
everything.
started, but you're still
Raider.
number 1 in the waitlist.
Oh, and at the top of this phase, I'll do +1 to hit in melee.
+1 to hit.
So you
Sounds
probably
good.
will get a pod spot either next week or the week after.
Cabalite Swan is battle shot. We have the Ravager. Is fine. We have the Chronos. Is fine. We have this Ravager. Is Battle Shot. We have Raider number 4. Is fine. The Empty Raider is fine. The Cavalite Squad is fine. The Chronos is fine. Ravager. Fine. Raider is fine. The
Season
Warriors
ends in June, chat.
is fine.
In the past,
And
we've
the
done
Solitaire.
biannual seasons, but we've moved to an annual.
And what penalties do I take for being Battle Shot?
Schedule.
You get no OC and you can't use strat.
No, with the Nero Tyrant or Nero Lictor's dead, is there any minuses?
Oh no, there's nothing you need to worry
Okay.
about now. I just want to battle shock you. It's more
Yeah,
that.
no.
Because you'll only get 5 on primary now.
Oh, that's a sticky.
Oh, you're right. So you still get it. Yeah, I forget.
So I got 10 on primary. Nothing else has to take a battle shot.
So Shadow on the
that
Warp
Raider
has
does.
gone down.
So I have to take a second.
Looks
battle
like very
shot.
minimal effects.
That one there. Fails.
Oh, we haven't rolled out all the leadership checks yet. Just kidding. Okay. Starting to get some battle shocks though. Raider down to 1.
Yep.
Ooh boy, that's brutal.
All right, so he's dead.
Does he?
And then spent the
explode?
CP for grenade strat.
He does.
And an explosion! We did it, chat!
Okay.
Does the explodometer come back?
Wait, it's not. You
There
go,
it is.
Solitaire.
We do have, like, between monsters and
so-
vehicles, like 15 of them on the table, so
My Ravager.
we have a pretty good chance that we'd get explosions on the explodometer.
My Cavalites. Big 2.
Dr. Dudes, you gotta refer to me to your astrologer. My astrologer just tells me that,
Split your cannon.
like, a great change is coming today, or something, or some garbage.
Oh, we lose the Super.
Wow, brutal. Knocks the Hive Tyrant out of melee, but that
Okay.
means it is eligible to shoot. Don't have to take fallback checks here.
Takes 2. Maliceptor takes 3.
Oh, brutal.
The Solitaire.
And the
It's the mess.
Solitaire dies!
was
Oh,
unfortunate.
Derek remains unpunished for his mistake with the Neurolictor, not falling it back. Brutal. Oh my god.
Maliceptor's OC4. Tyrant is OC3, so they can't steal it by themselves. Okay. That's fine.
Is it an explodometer or an explodometer? Explodometer sounds
You don't have
Like
an
rude?
advanced charge, right?
I have no sources of defensive charge now.
Alright. Oh, and that battle shock was on the Raider, which is gone. Okay.
Kawaii Spoon's going for top 20? Oh yeah, dude. I
It
believe in
would
you.
have been really nice if
We'll
he
get
was
there.
alive, because he could have ran
I just
over
put a
here.
ton of scores in, by the way, chat.
Filled with
So
that.
there's a kind of a huge shakeup, and if you're looking at like top 8,
Okay.
I think 5 or 6 scores just went in this morning. So a lot of the season standings have been shaken up by recent events. Ash going for top 1,000. I wonder how close we'll get to 1,000 participants. Probably not too close. We'll break 600, I imagine, this season. We were at 400 last season, and we're running it for twice as long. Yeah, we're at 200 so far. How do I feel about Drukhari bikes? I think they're great. They're very, very good utility units. The fact that you can run single heat lance means they can advance into actions. So they're very good if you're running tactical secondaries. And they don't hit like too bad either. They do a mortal wound or two and then shoot you with the heat lance, and that's pretty solid.
Actually, I think I'm on your phone anyway.
happens. If I Armor of Contempt him,
Yeah.
it'll be
That's
on a 3+.
Yeah, that's fine. 3 attacks at strength 7. Okay. Empty Raider. 8,
3 attacks at strength 7. What a monster.
12.
What an absolute combat badass over here. Did Pod 24 East get put in? I don't think. Is that pod done yet? I don't think
I
that's
see what you're doing there.
done yet. No, that ends tonight. So that one has not been.
I gotta do that a little different. 11. 3.
We were having some
Oh,
issues
shit. That Raider that exploded.
with the.
Yeah.
Had guys.
Oh, it had guys in it. Yeah, it did. I'm sorry.
Would you say that's a pretty good?
That's
approximation?
that's where it was. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
He didn't disembark.
Maybe down like half an inch, or
Oopsies.
just
Yeah.
call it there.
Yeah, I think that's good. honestly.
We were having some issues with the team tournament. For some reason, that's not showing up on people's scores right now. And I'm in contact with the BCP team to try to fix that.
Yeah, I'll bump it.
But that will also shake things up quite a bit because that was a huge event.
Yeah.
There are no assassins on the Drukhari side. That's true. That would be weird, to be honest.
Yeah, I don't.
Be kind of strange if Drukhari had like a little what do we call it? A little Eversor action. Maybe a Colexus.
Too far.
I don't know about you, chat, but I kind of enjoy playing against these Drukhari lists that are just like endless idiots. Because they're kind of fun to shoot at, right? Raiders are fun to blow up. But your opponent has like 20 of them, so it feels like a wave defense, you know? You're just constantly exploding things all game until eventually either you win or you've been exploded too much.
They are unfortunately battle shock.
Yeah, it turns out doing damage to your opponent is fun. I agree with that.
So they're in a move.
I agree with that. Thoughts on what the redacted army might be? Codex. Codex spindle drones, please. Codex Legion of the Damned. Those are the two that I want. I want a versus box, Legion of the Damned versus spindle drones.
I will spend a CPU to Overwatch them.
Oh, here comes the flamer. Let's go, flamey Neuro Tyrant.
2d6 shots.
This
Don't
Neuro
fail
Tyrant's
me.
facing the wrong way.
Yeah, 6 shots. Wounding on 2s? What are their
T4.
toughness?
T4
T4? Oh, so wounding on 3s.
Yeah.
Good on you, Rax. Alright, 4 go through.
Codex Harry
52,
Dan.
so just on-
up involves, and then 2 damage apiece.
Yep.
You'll know pains in 2s.
Its detachment ability is that Harry Dan
Dead,
gets
dead,
OC.
dead. So we'll lose the 3 in the back.
And then Harry Dan becomes exactly like 662
Okay, Overwatch is
points or
done. We'll
whatever.
fold these guys
663 points, so you can take 3 of them.
There.
Oh no, 666, right? Oh, that's perfect. 666 points, and you take 3 Harry Dans. That's the only thing allowed in the army, though.
Ravager
Codex Sly Marbo.
doesn't have to worry about Overwatch. So we're gonna come this way. Still have shots into whatever we want, but hiding from the Exocrine.
Wonder if Dark Mech are coming? Dude, I hope so. Dark Mechanicus is like one of my favorite archetypes. And the Demon Forge lists, like, I mean, Demon Engines are sick right now. I love that Forge Fiends are really good currently. They're one of my favorite models in 40k, so I'm like so happy that they're good. Like, we got Vastor the Archifane, he's got a whole thing going on. You could give him like an actually good army and maybe a data sheet that doesn't suck. That'd be kind of cool. Codex Seraphon? Yeah, Codex old ones. The old ones are returning. We just get a bunch of like weird lizard magic.
8,
That'd be rad.
11. Just peek our nose over there.
Codex Great-Horned Rat, the 5th Chaos God. The 5th Chaos God is Malal, chat. I thought that was common knowledge. What if they came out randomly with like a Codex Malal? Cults of Malal. Just canonize that guy? That'd be rad. Codex, who are the guys from the Ghoul Stars? The Rack Ghouls or whatever? Rack Gull, I think. Wouldn't mind some dinosaurs. Yeah, an Exodite's range would be sweet. I do really want them because, you know, Eldar have been kind of a super faction for the last two or three editions. I would love for them to just lean into it and be like, all right, guys, Codex Exodites, they're like just Eldar, like Eldar mercenaries. You can take them in any Eldar list. Or maybe like Codex Outcasts or something, and it's like Exodites and Rothi units. That'd be cool. Who remembers when there was that one dude who went like 4-1 in a GT with Eldar Corsairs and became the #1 Corsairs player for like 2 straight editions? A faction that was legal to play but didn't have a codex and had no stratagems. Incredible. What a guy. Codex Mega Spiders. That world is murder, I heard. 40k has over 24 factions. The lore could give us 10 more. I know, it's infinite. The 40k lore is infinite. I mean, turns out that's what happens when your IP has been developing for 40 years. It's super cool. That's why it's such a good... I mean, like, really, like, the longevity of 40k is due in a lot of parts because of its universe. I think that the 40k universe has been specially designed to be amazing to play miniature games in. You could do almost anything in 40k, and it would. The universe is so big that it's basically canon. Like, it's, you know.
We'll do the advance. We can go 20.
Across the million worlds of the Imperium of Man, at some point, there's been a guy with his armor painted like that. It's actually statistically improbable that it hasn't happened. How did Farsight Enclaves work? When, in 8th edition? They were just a Tau army... There was a Tau sub-faction that you couldn't... Or in 7th edition, I should say. I think 8th edition worked the same way, too. It was a sub-faction that if you elected to use it, you couldn't take ethereals. But the workaround, which I think got errated out, but I can't remember. The workaround is that if you took a sub-faction that used Farsight Enclave's ability, but as a far-flung... it wasn't a far-flung craft world. It was a like lesser-known sept or whatever it was called. You could take the same Farsight Enclave's ability, but you didn't have the restriction that you couldn't take ethereals. It was like such an oversight. It was really stupid. I think you couldn't take Farsight was the only downside, but you could take all of the upsides and have no downsides. Insane.
Okay.
Technically missing 2 legions from Space Marines. Yeah, I love that. I think that's so cool. I think that's like just the fan fiction potential alone of that one inclusion is so good. I think it just like I don't know. It's such a smart storytelling idea.
Done your Overwatch.
Oh, the Scourge is coming down. Are we gonna try to kill the Biovore? No, I think we're screened out there. Could kill a Pyrovore maybe. I think I just streamed a game where a Scourge versus Biowar fight happened for the longest time.
We're gonna put them there.
Well, goodbye, Pyrovore. It's time to be Heatlance to death.
Okay, are you gonna do a rapid ingress?
I have no CP.
Okay.
Bring Exodites with a similar build to Imperial Chaos Knights,
paint
but
tokens,
super
I'm gonna
elite.
spend 1 for
Oh,
the
dude, if Exodites were just like 6 dinosaurs, dude, I'd be in that army so hard. But you know, you need like dinosaur cavalry and stuff, right? Like a little Dragon Knight action. Come on, you know you want it. Hey, Radesh Nate, thank you for the follow, by the way. Appreciate you.
I'm gonna put 1 on the Ravager. Use it.
Flesh Eater Crest before the main vampire faction? I don't know anything about AOS
sorry,
lore.
one more
Isn't the
thing,
main
end of
vampire
phase,
faction the Soulblight Gravelords? Aren't they already out?
Rat brings 3 rats back to life.
When does that trigger, chat? When does the reanimation happen?
It's end of movement phase.
Could they do that if they were embarked at the start?
End of movement phase? I think so.
Right, because you have to set up in coherency with models that were on the battlefield at the start of the phase. But if you were embarked at the start of the phase, I don't think.
I was embarked in the command phase when I died. So
You're right. That was command phase because you failed the battle shark check, right?
Yep.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. No, that
Okay.
makes sense.
Okay. Yeah. Sorry, I don't do a lot of reanimation.
Yeah. No worries. Yeah. It's
usually
just weird timing for transports to blow up in your own turn, right?
Yep.
Yep. All good.
Okay. All good. Yeah. Thanks for
Looking
popping in.
That was pretty good. All right.
Something to be aware of.
It's good interaction though. Lose your transport, lose some guys to explosions, they just get back up. It's fine. Loved my reaction to the AOS reveals. Yeah. Dude, that's me. Yeah, that's me with every AOS model. AOS gets way better releases than 40k. Like hands down. I might not like the mechanics of the game, but I'm man enough to admit that it looks better than 40k. Way better.
I'll start with the Chronos into the Spore Mine. Start with the Flamer. Gets 3 hits, strength 5. T2.
Pull it. You literally have to get a 2. I could just pull it.
Gets me a
Fine.
pain token.
Yeah. No, you're good.
Okay, we're gonna put. Should we just throw the grenade? We only have the 1 squad of warriors.
Played first game of AOS a couple weeks ago. Got full
Yeah, I'm
board
just
wipes
gonna-
by top of 2. Whoa!
Maybe
Did you get double turned, my dude? I got double turned in my demo game. I was like, yes. I was playing Nurgle, and all of their reanimation abilities trigger at the start of their turn, which is awesome if you don't get one of those. So your opponent just gets to hit you twice without any of your stuff working. I was like, this rules.
Okay, I'm gonna start with this Ravager.
What a fun game.
Maliceptor and see how much damage we can do.
Okay.
Hitting on 3s. All hit. Wounding on 3s. 3 wounds. AP3, he can see you.
2.
Okay. D6 plus 2. For 6. Okay.
That's true, chat. If I had enjoyed the game, I would have spent like $600 on Seraphon right then and there. I love Lizardmen so much. That's all I play in Total War. They were like my first miniature models ever.
Yeah, I think I'm
Beyond Lord of the Rings strategy battle game, I bought endless amounts of Blizzard Men with my hard-earned summer job money as a little tyke.
Follow the plan. Looking for 4s. We get 4 mortals on him. And then the whole squad is going to shoot into the Tyrant.
Alright, they are -1 to hit because they are within 6 of Maliceptor.
Okay. We have the Dark Lance hitting on a 5. Ping token. Nope.
This is brutal, by the way. Already down to 8 wounds collectively between these two monsters.
Blaster hitting on a 4.
Man, they
Strength 8.
got 2 raiders, but they're paying dearly for it.
CP4.
Goes through.
D6 +1 for 6.
For 5, but he's still dead. Does he blow up?
Okay. That's them. I get a pain token. Okay. So this raider and everything inside it. We're gonna just put everything into that Maliceptor. Still -1. So actually, let's start with this Ravager into the Maliceptor.
Okay.
Because he's not -1. 3 shots, hitting on 3s. They all hit, wounding on 3s. 2 wounds, AP3.
There's 1.
6 +2. For
He
8.
dead. Does he blow up? Does not.
Okay. Then this raider, everything into the Neuro Tyrant.
Well, this is brutal.
Dark Lance on a 3. 3 Dark Lance on a 4.
400 points of Tyranids ripped off the board right there. Casually.
On 3s. 2 wounds.
And we're going hard into the
Hit them
Neuro
both.
Tyrant. See if the backline
We
of
have the Blaster.
Exocrines can survive. But getting through the invulnerable save to protected monsters is the real tough part for Drukhari. They're so low volume, it's high variance going into those big guys. So as soon as it's down to the Exocrines will get rolled pretty quickly because they will largely not have an armor save against the big heavy shooting. They are incredibly dangerous, but what Hiliverate's going to do here is try to plug them up by knocking or by throwing racks and Capillite Warriors into them to engage them.
Saves 1.
1
it's not a
damage.
cover.
Drukhari squishier than demons. Oh, way squishier than demons, yeah. You have lower toughness values, less access to feel no pain, and no like army-wide invulnerable saves. Demons are like, I think Art of War put it where they said that the demons just have like a really spiky defensive profile. Like sometimes they just live forever. Sometimes they just fall over and die to bolters. But sometimes you're shooting las cannons at them and las cannons do nothing.
You're right.
It's not quite as bad when it without demonic invulnerability like we had for 9th edition, but it's pretty spiky.
Still, I'll do the Scourges into the Pyrovore.
It's if anything in reserve. Yeah, just
4 shots, hitting
Molochs.
on
Just the
4s,
big
reroll.
sneaky boys. Which are going to be good late game.
3.
If
So 14.
if Derek can knock out the Raiders, the Molochs will kill everything inside the Raiders pretty quickly. They have a billion 1 damage attacks.
Yeah,
They're not good at fighting the
cover.
Raiders themselves, but they are good
So
at fighting the
3,
infantry
so just
inside.
need 6s. Nope, both go through.
Okay.
One
so roll this
infinity
first
of
one,
spore
that's
mines.
It's just +2, right?
It's +3.
An
not in alt range.
infinitude
Okay,
of
you were within
mines. An
3 on the first
expanse
one.
of spore
Second one
mines.
is a 4 for 7.
An endlessness of spore mines.
Blow up.
Pink horrors are tough. Yeah, pink horrors are incredibly tough. They're probably one of the best defensive stat lines in the game. And there goes the roll around the back here with the heavy weapon scourges. Great use of this unit to pick off the backline chaff. It's such an awkward unit to kill too.
You
Tyranids
never drew your second.
like largely don't even one-shot them.
That is.
Oh, Hillary didn't draw tacticals. Oh my god. Oops.
Homer, Force.
Well, the Homer is easy. We can do it with the Raider.
You have a roll of force over here on the Maliceptor.
Liver is just scoring accidentally.
That was my bad.
But the Scourges are tough for the Exocrines to one-shot. The Exocrine has a turn its gun around. It probably only converts 4 wounds through. They do have a 5+ invulnerable save, and you can eat 1 hit on the Solarite, who just has a pistol. So you don't even you probably don't even lose that many heat lances if you eat a shot from that guy. And that is not every one of those Exocrine shots is a prized possession on the Tyranid side, especially in this game state.
No, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
And a shot at shooting phase. I was going to move this 114. I was going to cover this hole, but he can come over here instead, probably, and do it.
Okay.
Because really, I don't care that much.
Oh yeah, so you're just gonna move him over here so you can charge here. Okay.
Or honestly, I might even just forget it and take the CP and take the positional advantage for those 5 points or 3 points. Okay. They've done that. The rats into the Nero Tyrant.
Yeah, pink horrors are largely survivable just due to their spawning. You get on average something like 35 wounds for 140 points or whatever in that unit, which is crazy value. All protected by a 4+ issue and bone save.
Strength 2.
4+ asterisk.
Nothing. 2 Stinger pistols. 1 hit. Strength 2. Nothing. 2 liquefiers. 6 hits. Strength 4. The Tyrant, strength 8.
He's T8, yeah.
T8, or yeah. So 2 AP1. 1 damage.
Both go through.
Okay. Yeah, that feels like a sketchy move to get over there. I'm just gonna forget about teleport homers this turn. He's gonna go into. It's a 5-up field no pain?
Yep.
Or yeah, we'll go into the Norn. Take him down. Grease. Re-rolling. Grease. 2. AP3, but you have cover.
Both go through.
Okay. What is he? He's at 12?
Yep.
Alright, yeah, I'm not gonna spend a CP. See if the things. 8, 12 damage.
Dark lances into the emissary. Knocks it down to 5. All this anti-tank shooting into this tank army, chat. Oh man, this is brutal.
Yeah, this raider is gonna shoot. I guess he can shoot into the Norn.
Yeah, he can.
Because we're not doing the action. Hits.
Votan and snow camo. Dude, that sounds sweet, actually. Votan they're such chunky shapes. Like, the shape language is so bulbous. They take so many colors well.
And
a really nice, like, primary color army. I've almost never seen a Votan army I didn't like.
4, 5, 8, 13. That's probably far enough right there. We'll go another inch. Try to stop the home field deploy. Okay. Charge phase. The rats are going to charge into the Nero Tyrant.
Okay.
Up to 7.
Among Us Votan. I mean, that basically, like, that's a faction of Among Us, guys. Wait, what's the timeline on that?
They fell back. They can't charge.
Do you think that was
And
June
then this one's
15,
gonna charge.
2018? So Among Us came out like 3 years before Leagues of Votan? Chat! It's like a 2-year turnaround time, maybe 3 on a big full faction like
It's
that.
obviously 0 for the Spore Mines, right?
Yeah.
I think Votan
Actually,
was
control
meant
it.
to be
You can do your teleport homer.
was meant to be
I'm gonna
an
follow
Among Us ripoff.
this way a little bit more.
An Among Us inspired faction. I think we found it, chat.
Advanced. So, fight phase. I'm gonna put a pain token.
It's
on
like,
the hits and reroll hits.
How Tau Empire is nothing but Star Wars and Halo memes, because it was released like 2 years. It was first released like 2 years after Phantom Menace, and then the next wave was like 2 years after Halo 2. The timeline like works perfectly. 40k is just a series of homages.
Weapon. It's a battle scriber. I'm just like eye rolling at it.
Yeah, no, I gotta redo it. It's 2 attacks on Strength 3, Anti-Infantry 4, AP 0, 1 damage.
Okay.
Pain token. And Strength 3, so 6s. 2 AP 0.
One saves, one goes through.
And Rackhearth. 5 attacks on 2s. He is Strength 3. Nothing.
I'll do
Alright,
my
Neuro
slap
Tyrant.
back. Neuro
Let's put
Tyrant.
those
Oh yeah, do your attack.
6 attacks up in here,
Matter.
and we could give it
Depending on
+1
force.
to hit too
1 and Strength 6.
with the in the command phase. Let's go. This thing's gonna bone so hard. Unironically, this Neuro Tyrant probably just like wipes the floor with this unit. Not this turn, obviously, but it then just flamers half of them to death. And it's just fighting Aryan Wrathkark for the rest of time.
Not gonna matter. Wounding on 3s. Alright, AP 0.
Do I miss the old
Sixes.
Battlefield boxes? Battle Force?
5s.
I miss OG Battle Force boxes. I can't say I don't buy combat patrols, because I definitely do. But I don't like look at them enough to really like actually pay attention to how much they cost. But I can tell you fond memories of like the OG like 4th and 5th edition Battle Force boxes that were like wildly undercosted. You would get like $40 or $50 of extra value in those things. It was nuts. And they were all generally useful units too. There were very few duds.
Sorry, I didn't get my primary. It was 10.
Yeah, you're fine.
And then I'll drop Teleport Homer for CP. And my turn.
A little bit unfortunate for Hillary there.
Alright. Top
Drew his
of my
cards too late, so
turn.
he didn't get the opportunity to
I
teleport Homer.
Well, I don't have any force battle shocks. I do need to do neuraloids, so we'll do a neuraloid for this guy. And a neuraloid for Biovore, just in case.
Sure.
That's a spore mine. Wherever the other neuraloid is, it's somewhere around here. There it is.
He was already here.
Ah,
Just
I put a
blended in.
spore mine by the.
Yeah.
So they look just alike. There we go. I guess the debate of do I want to spend CP to move him or just leave him in melee because your guy's not a threat to me.
Wish they kept supporting boarding action. Yeah, I know.
So I can shoot this.
I hate it when Shuma in the Discord like calls things, but I remember very distinctly as soon as that format came out, he was like, "Oh, they're gonna forget about this in 6 months," and that was like exactly what happened.
No, that's probably. Oh no. Yeah, it's like
Yep.
It was like fun for
Alright, so I
interesting
don't
for
need to move
a hot
him.
minute, but like there's no way that those formats don't like just beat
I'm gonna
combat
get 10
patrol,
for
right?
primary.
Yep.
That's yours. Wait, no, that's mine. I forgot I got 3 because I killed a thing with the nuke.
Yep.
All right, 10 on
Hey,
primary.
shot on, Norn.
Yep, I do need battle shock on the North. Thank you for reminding me, Tribby. I think I need it on. No, he's above half. Anyone else below half? Nope, just Norn. All right, Norn, 3d6. Let's go.
Oh,
Holy shit, he
no!
failed.
Oh my god.
Shit!
Oh, I get 5 primary. Nice.
Oh,
That was key.
that's such a heartbreaker. The Norn emissary fails battle shock. Does it? Hold up. Does that do anything? How does that work?
Making me play by the rules. Alright, how do I want to do this? When do you lose this?
End
The
of a turn. Starter end of a turn.
Starter end of a turn? Okay.
Yep.
So there's no point now in him moving over
Fear
there
not,
to take
brothers.
that.
They're a
I
fear,
think
chat.
honestly what he does is he just shuffles over here
So,
to make sure
He's
in
affected
Melter
by
range
two
and then
replacement
charges some
OC
racks.
replacement effects, right? Because he replaces his own OC with his ability, and Battle Shock replaces it. Is there?
Move the Maliceptor onto here. He has shots into him as well. Does it really matter? No. I mean, the -1 to hit sucks, and I can't shoot into him. I have to fall back. I'm going to spend a CP to give Exocrine fall back and shoot.
Sure.
We will just
Chat, our Norn Emissary is immune to Battle Shock. Hold up.
move him back out of melee range for keep his nose over so he can shoot into this guy.
Sure.
He's just going to stay in melee range because Big Guns might retire. Means he can just melt some racks. This guy's just going to sit here. I think this guy actually just explodes some Scourges. So let's think about bringing Molochs in.
Cool.
I think you may have left me a big spot right here.
So, unless somebody corrects me here, I'm fairly certain that under your under the controlling player's
Too close to the racks. He did it.
or at the controlling player's discretion, you can choose to replace the Norn Emissary's OC value with 0 before you calculate its own ability.
I'm not sure I left you anywhere.
Which means that I think that Derek can choose to remain in control of that objective. It would be optional though.
Fine if I have to put him in my deployment zone. It's more like, let's see, you got these guys.
I think that is how that works
So
though,
I think I'm
because
actually
it
fine with that. We'll just bring in one in this turn.
unless
then.
Battle Shock overrides other modifiers, but I don't think it does.
Maybe not there. Maybe instead we'll bring him in over here. 12, 9. Yeah, that's good. For now. So I'll roll a d6 for the Raider.
Okay.
He's going to take d3 mortal wounds. He'll take 3 mortal wounds.
Down to 7.
All right. And then I'll roll d6 for the Rex. They're going to take d3 mortal wounds. They're going to take 2 mortal wounds.
Okay, 5s.
Just 1 mortal wound. Yeah. Are they OC 2 or 1? They're 2, right?
They're 2.
Yeah, because they're battle line.
line.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, all my infantry, it's because the characters are 2.
Okay.
I guess the Scourges are 1, but they're just
Yeah,
going to die.
I think that is how that works, chat. But it is up to controlling player's discretion, so that's not something that we can go correct. Still a big deal not to be eligible for stratagems, though, to be fair.
Strike.
That is a huge change.
We'll go to shooting.
No Armor of Contempt for that bad boy.
He'll just shoot his Meltas into this guy. See if I can kill him. Hitting on 3s. Wounding on 3s. Alright.
6s. Saves 1.
He takes 6 damage.
Okay, down to 1.
Alright. Alright. This Exocrine's going to shoot into the Scourges.
Okay.
D6 plus 4 shots. 5 shots. That's terrible. Hitting on 2s because he didn't move. Wounding on 2s. Alright, AP3.
Ooh, 4 down.
Well,
Actually,
we're just saying how sticky this unit is to kill. But it looks like the Exocrine's not having that much of a problem with it. That's a big deal there.
I don't want to do this now. Alright, So Maliceptor will shoot into this raider. D6 plus 3 shots. 8 shots. Hitting on 3s. Wounding on 3s. There we go. 4.
He dies. Does he explode? Nope.
Alright. This Exocrine. Do I want to kill the Scourge that badly? I kind of do, but I need to kill these things. So this Scourge will I don't know if he does still have shots into this guy.
I think we went back. Up to you. If you want to shoot him, that's totally fine with me.
Trevi, I'll get a ruling from you. I'll give you the call. You're listening. You think that's a
Sure.
fair shot? Okay.
Take a look. You can pause it.
I'm leaning towards no. Yeah, I'm going to say no, because he's not fully on this cover. So he technically can't shoot through this cover. So, no worries.
Oh, is he not on the turn? Oh, you're right. Yeah, he's off the
Yeah, I moved him slightly off the terrain, so that I realized that too. So yeah, so instead he'll or he could shoot these guys. But actually I think he'll just shoot the Ravager. That's probably the makes most sense. So D6 plus 3 shots. He moved.
I appreciate Derek asking, but that is
Wait, no, he doesn't want to shoot the Ravager.
I just totally missed that it had moved off the train there. That would have been a very easy question, easy answer.
Sure.
I'm really on my game today, chat. I swear I know how Warhammer
I just
40,000
wanna get him
works.
off the point.
I swear I've
So
watched
D6
and
plus
commentated and judged this game
3
before.
shots, so 8 shots.
Oh my god.
Hitting on 3s.
Your guys were in coherency in the movement phase. Oh yeah? Well, they were because they were placed here in the command phase. Oh, of course. Good call. That's fair.
Each. Dead. All gone. I get a paint token.
Okay, that's fine. This Exocrine is going to shoot into this Raider right here.
Okay.
D6 plus 3 shots. 8 shots. Hitting on 2s because he didn't move.
Yep.
And then wounding on 4s. That's a truth.
Phase 3.
Alright. He's going to shoot his Flamer into these Cabalite Warriors here.
Okay.
2d6 shots. 6 shots.
Oh, we had a trait for Inky redeemed earlier.
Wounding on 2s.
I have that in my record
They're dead.
here. No. We gotta get Inky a treat. Let's see if Inky will sit nicely on the.
Leaving him in melee. I think that's all my
on her
shooting.
perch.
We'll go into charges. I don't actually know if I have any at the moment. Oh wait, I had one more shooting thing I wanted to do.
The Bywar.
Spore mine, yeah, though he can do. He's just gonna do deploy teleport homers for me.
Yep.
Yeah, he's good. It's gotta be outside 6. I can put him right there. All right. And then yeah, so I don't actually have any charges I want to do. So we'll just go straight to the fight phase. They get to fight first.
Okay, I'll put a pain token on them so they can reroll hits. Do I do that? No, I don't think I actually care. 5 guys hitting on 3s. Wounded on 6s. 1 AP 0.
Goes through. 1 damage.
Racker.
Can't
on
camera I
2s
just set up.
and 6s.
What's
2
wrong?
AP 1 D3.
Oh my god, you terrible, terrible man. He might
4
be dead.
wounds left. Okay. First one.
2.
Second one. 2.
2, so he dead. And I don't think Neurotyrant blows up, so
That
get
gets
out of
you
here, Neurotyrant. That does
2
get you
pain
a pain token.
tokens. Because the Rat Squad is the one that did it.
Yep.
Okay, that
That's
is
unfortunate.
huge for me.
That's-
Jesus.
Yeah, that's
We
real
did not
unfortunate. Should have
expect
fallen
that to
back.
happen.
All right. Pass it over to you.
That's crazy.
Okay.
I assume that dude would just roast
So
at you.
draw my
Oh,
card.
I guess he killed the Cabalites instead. Oh, that's fair.
No prisoners. Engage in all fronts.
Inky,
Shouldn't
come
be
get a treat.
problem, really.
Yeah? Come up here.
Shouldn't be a problem.
Yourself?
That Scourge has to take a battle shock.
Yeah, right there.
He fails. That's fine. Well, I guess you could synapse him if you wanted. Do the
To have a
one-
synapse within 12 inches to do that, so it's not that good of a strat.
Biovore
Sadly.
has a Neuraloid. He's a synapse, right?
Doesn't count as synapse, it just counts as being within synapse range.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Has to
understood.
specifically has the synapse keyword. Yeah, I had
Okay.
to look that up after my last game. So
Yep. And he is behind that terrain, so I don't actually see him from where I am, right?
No.
Yeah. Okay, so I'll lose the heavy. Yeah. I didn't put him necessarily back exactly where, so I'm not going to count the tip of that weapon. I'll move him. These guys clear their battle shock because they are just above half. I think everything else is okay.
yeah, you don't have battle shock on anything.
Okay,
else
clear
now at
theirs.
this point.
Okay.
You'll get
15,
15
primary?
primary.
Is it
Yep.
15 or is it cap at 10?
Caps is 15.
Okay. All right.
Hey, she did not want to go on top, chat.
Don't think I have any advances.
She loves it up there. I don't get it. She's up there like 9 hours a day, but the one time that I wanted
Well,
that
that's
chance
right.
up there, she didn't want to go
So
up.
that was my bad. I should have flamed them, but I wanted to get rid of
Pasta Puffin, how's it going?
Tyranids.
Yeah, they would have made it sticky and stuff.
Yeah,
but
that's why I wanted to get rid of
Yeah, I
them.
need to wait
they
the
had the
bottom
big
of the
guns
thing
threatening it, so
of the tower.
I definitely understand it. It's just they had to get lucky to kill you for sure. You're gonna have cover anyways. So Ravager will just peek his nose out enough to see that. So, what's the range on the other guys? They're 36.
She wants me to pick her up. She wants me to. Yeah, she wants snuggles.
Yeah, he's probably safe just sticking his nose out.
She very much wants snuggles for sure.
These guys are going to here.
Inky, did you enjoy your Cheetos? Yummy. Chad, I'm not playing. I'm just commentating here. I am but a disembodied voice in the void. We've got Heliverith over here with Drukhari in the red side of the table, bottom side of the table. Tyranids with Dare Bear, aka Derek, in the blue.
Yeah, that's probably good. Going on to Moloch. Here.
I guess I popped the 5 up in boldness turn. Not that it really matters.
Okay.
Inky, what do you think about the matchup between Tyranids and Drukhari? Who do you think is favored? She ran away. She ran away, chat. That's the final answer. When Tyranids and Drukhari fight, just leave. You don't know what's up.
Do you think they might need to tone down the grenade strat? I'm not gonna lie.
Need to tone down grenades.
I feel
Yeah,
like
I mean,
that it should be 5 ups to get the mortals on it.
You wanna hear my
So
thoughts
one of
about
the
grenades,
things
chat?
is-
You can watch my video about it.
So it's hard to say.
I just released it
it's-
this morning.
Yeah, it's also
a
like
good
really
one.
random how they pick and choose to give out the grenade keyword.
Oh, it looks like
well,
it looks like Inky has decided that she wants to live on the tower for a bit. Let me see if my camera will pick up the tower
I
without
don't
it
disagree.
just
It's
awkwardly
a
looking
weird-
directly at my
Or I'm like,
screen.
I don't know if you should just be able to bypass my high toughness unit with this strat, but at the same
There's
time,
the screen, chat.
I get that it exists because it's in some armies' only way to kill tough things.
Yeah.
So, your
Yeah, I
that's
mean-
not the case with your army.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
when you
say-
run nothing but tough things, right? It feels bad if you.
No,
This
it's
is not
like
great.
running
This
a
is
bunch
not a
of
good
little
angle.
It doesn't.
My other camera's not
stuff.
working.
No, it's why I hate space marines at the moment. Like other people are like.
Pasta
"Oh,
Puffin,
it's
getting
not
on,
bad," and I'm
getting
like,
an
"Oh my God, it's
Ultramarines
not bad."
pack.
So-
Hell yeah, dude. Highly recommend.
Do we need to come out?
Which box are you looking into getting?
I think you can probably
What are we getting into?
ignore them
Alright, let me
for
fix
the
my other
game
camera.
and try to control the rest
It's a
of
better
the
one.
field.
I think as long as I hold through to 2, I think I'm okay.
Keep me from.
Keep you from getting the 4-point. Well, yeah, get that bioboard. I don't want to get them all locked. These guys are gonna run.
Grenades for free are a problem? Maybe.
I guess these guys are gonna shoot.
I do think grenades are... I don't know. It's a real good strat, man. I think the issue is that, like, everyone... It's sort of random, like, which factions have access to it. So, like, some factions are ubiquitously, like, everyone gets grenades. And it's basically like it's a stratagem of the power level that would be faction defining,
Failed battle shock.
like or detachment defining. You'd be like, whoa, this stratagem, like for 1 CP, I just do 3 mortal wounds to whatever I want. That's
It's
crazy.
A close matchup, though. I've had this before.
But
Like, I
some
kill you
factions just have it on every model, and some factions don't have access at all. And it's kind of nutso.
Crazy,
Like maybe if you gave it to the people who had melta bombs or something, and that was like really included in their points value and their valuation, that would be something. But it is a lot of people just get it for freezies.
Okay. You want
I am rapid aggressing in, so yeah. I just gotta put him in risk range, sadly. So he's gonna have to probably go right here.
You got Ashmel Charm. Can you also have a Deputy Sororitas in the
Actually,
same
just
army?
Give me a
No.
9-inch bubble on this guy.
There are some units and armies that can cross factions, but generally speaking, the entirety of your army has to share the same faction keyword, and that's in the bottom right corner of your datasheet. We can actually take a look.
Yeah.
We take a look at the datasheet in our overlay here.
Did all 4 of them. Am I close
No
enough to the
scourges from
scourge?
earlier.
Oh, I am. Okay.
So bottom,
Alright, well,
bottom
put him
right-hand
there.
side,
Let's roll
it
real
says
quick.
faction
We'll start
keyword,
with the
Drukhari.
scourge.
Every
We'll
army in
kill
your
him.
unit in your
might.
army has to have that faction
Takes mortal
keyword
wound.
for your army to be legal. There are some models that you can include even if they don't have that keyword. For example,
They take 3 mortal wounds.
Imperial Knights, you can take a limited number of them, and Imperial Agents, you can take a limited number of them, regardless of the fact they don't share the keyword. But those are the only exceptions to that rule for Imperial armies. Chaos can take some number of demons and
The
Chaos
guy's back
Knights.
this turn anyway. The important
Drukhari
thing
can
is
take
that
some number
we're
of
right
Harlequins, for
later.
example.
He's at
But
the
other
full.
than that, other than those
Alright.
very few exceptions, you have to all have the
Take
same
1
keyword.
mortal wound. And then the Cabalite Warriors will take 2 mortal wounds.
I have an army or a video on list building and how it works, by the way, chat, over on my YouTube channel, !YouTube. It's from a couple months ago, from when the edition came out, but all the rules are correct.
out of coherency? I can't shoot, right?
If you're out of coherency, you have to pull models till you're in coherency.
At the end of the phase.
Yeah, I believe so. Trevi, you want to confirm that?
What's the question? Sorry. Oh. What's the question?
When you have to pull models for coherency, it's at the end of the phase, correctly?
End of
Correct?
each turn. Is when coherence
End of each.
starts.
Okay,
Okay,
at the end of the turn.
Can
So,
I
yeah.
shoot if I'm out of coherency?
Sure.
Yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
and then we'll lose it at the end. Okay.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Okay, cool.
All right. Boom. Pass it back to you. There we go.
And then end of movement. I bring 3 back to life.
Gene Steers can't take Ashmil's arm. You see Cyclops demolition vehicles pretty often.
And just take a pistol.
That's the new technology. The Cyclops demolition vehicle for a 25-point action monkey. Which I kind of love.
I believe in you, Iovor. You can survive.
Okay.
Maybe. Yep. Nah, there aren't really any relevant strats anyway. The only one I would use would be Armor of Contempt on this guy, and he's battle shocked, so.
Okay. The squad. Dark Lance into the Norn.
Oh, are you gonna use any pain tokens?
Oh yeah.
We got it, chat.
Is great idea.
There she is,
He won't need one. We're gonna put one
in
on
all
that
her
round
glory.
chair. Lose it.
The cat cam returns.
We're gonna put one on the Cavalite squad. Lose it.
Ah, she's looking at you, chat. She's like, who are these jokers?
On that raider. Lose it.
Oops. Oh, no.
Do we care about the rats?
Staring directly into your souls. Oh my god. Are you scared? You'd be very afraid.
2 left.
Wait, it's not on the stream? What? Oh no! There she is.
Nice to kill more. So I'll put one on this. Warrior
I'm sorry,
squad,
chat.
which you actually took me out of range.
I fixed it.
More or less.
I had it going, but it was in my preview and not in my live stream. There you go.
Raider doesn't have a shot. Okay.
Do I think... what do I think would it take to make
Just a
Brood Brothers
question
worth it
about
besides
your
Astra
spawn lines. You
Militarum
can do it even if you're engaged. You can
being
make one.
beyond broken?
No, because it's well, let me double check, but I'm pretty.
If
sure
they had
you
more
can-
like faction
Let's-
overlaps,
let's-
I think that
Yeah.
if you could
So
take
he
things
doesn't-
like...
yeah, he's not a
I think
monster.
a lot of times Astra Militarum units have like effects that are specific to other Militarum units,
I do still have more
Um,
mine here.
but that also overlap like
Oh, yeah,
weirdly
no, I'm
with
gonna shoot him with rifles.
with
But understandable.
Okay.
Brood Brothers or with G-Stealer Call units innately. Like you never take an Exterminator because Ridge Runners are just better and cheaper.
Shredder, 18 inches goes into him.
If they got Cult Ambush, I think like we're talking maybe.
Pistol is out of range. Blaster.
If you could have like Lehman Russes with Cult Ambush, like I don't know, maybe we're playing with fire there.
And so
Or I think if they gained the Gene-Stealer Cult keyword, so that like internal synergies worked. Because I don't believe, like for example, the Ridge Runner buffs Militarum units
sits.
if you have taken them, which is a little bit bizarre.
5 wounds, no save.
Yeah,
Or,
just dead.
no AP. Okay.
Yeah, he's just dead.
Alright. Dark Lines to the Blaster. Good to the north.
Yeah, the Ridge Runner only buffs Gene-Stealer Call units, and Brood Brothers, to my knowledge, do not gain the keyword.
Blaster.
Right, they can be included despite the fact they don't have the keyword.
Wound, 54.
So I think that would be part of it.
And switch. On course. 2, 1 sustain, strength 3, 1 AP1 for 2.
Also, if you just let them take Lord Solar,
Feel nothing?
that would be worth it.
Good.
Okay.
That'd be pretty good.
Should I go? A little closer.
Cult Ambush Ogrins, yeah.
Okay.
Want to do Astra Militarum? Astra Militarum are cool. They're a little hard because
There's nothing else.
you only really do damage
So
in the
these
shooting
guys
phase,
would
and
have
your
shot
army is kind of
and
squishy
damage.
outside of the tanks. But they're very rewarding too.
His gun.
If you enjoy artillery and shooting at people, then
don't
you'll
see
love them.
what that guy, everyone else.
They mostly just stand still and make ranged attacks.
They are full strength, so it'll be 4 rifles and everything but the pistol.
You also can't get too attached
Okay.
to your infantry. Your infantry's level 9,
Dark Lines.
but that's part of the plan.
4 misses. Blaster. 3 needs a 5 to wound. Splinter cannon. 4s. Rolling. 1 needs a 6. We've got the Shredder. 3 hits. 5s. 2 AP0.
Goes through.
1 damage. It's good. Shredder blasters. Rifles.
Would I recommend Tau or Guard to a newcomer? Ooh, that's a tough one.
Freeze. Reroll.
Hmm.
Sixes.
I
Nothing.
think
Okay.
Guard. There's sort of two sides of the same coin, honestly. Tau are like very particular.
3 shots.
Like Tau do literally nothing in the fight phase.
3 wounds. AP3. Cover.
But I think their game plan tends to be much more fragile.
Yes.
He be dead.
Guard are a little bit more straightforward. I think I would say Guard if you're like brand new to 40k. But either one is probably fine.
This guy. Not seen anything.
It's a lot easier to play artillery than it is Crisis Battlesuits. I think ultimately is the name of the game. Tower are better right now, but that
That
could change in 2 weeks, so who knows?
Hitting on threes, rerolling ones. 3 hits. 2 wounds. I might spend my CP there. Oh, we still have this guy. We have a Moloch. Yeah, I'll spend a CP to reroll to wound. That seems like a good spot. 3 wounds, AP3, you have cover.
Saves one of them.
4 and 4 is 8. Okay, we'll do the rats. Everything on this side of the wall into that, so everything else into the Biovore.
Okay.
2 Hetz rifles, liquefier, ossifactor, and 2 Hetz rifles on 3s.
Vanguard way too expensive for a beginner.
1 wound, AP2.
Yeah, I mean,
3 damage.
to some extent, like, army expense is a solid metric. But, like,
We have the ossifactor hitting on a 3.
you know, you can't recommend an army solely on whether or not it's cheap, because at that point, just like everyone should play Custodes, right? If somebody wants to play a shooting focused army, Tau or Guard or a Space Marine variety are their best options.
Oh, you bracket him.
But honestly, like,
Ossifactor, liquefier.
realistically, you should probably play Space Marines. They're designed as a beginner army, and they can play an artillery gun line all they want. And then you can like graduate to Imperial Guard if you like it. But if you really like Imperial Guard more, then just play them.
That didn't happen. Goes through.
Ossifactor hits on a 3. And
Space
Strength
Marines
Unit
real bad
6.
for newbies.
Nope.
Not
Pistol hit.
10th edition Space Marines, Chad. 10th edition Space Marines are sweet for newbies. Oh, that is true, I guess. Yeah, that's not. You're not wrong about that. Although, I don't know, all the new kits and stuff make things a little bit easier. You're not trying to dig up kits from like the 90s.
Dark Lance.
Which version of Space Marines? Who cares?
2 wounds, AP3.
Imperial Space Marines for sure.
Saves
What
one
color
goes
you paint their
through.
armor?
Probably.
I
just
don't
gonna do
care.
that, but I'll let
Whatever you
know.
want.
Oh, he lives.
3.
Whatever color you like best.
What's he got? 2 left?
Yeah, it's 2 left now.
Okay. We have the blaster on a 3.
I also think the
Strength
benefit of Space Marines in 10th edition is that it doesn't feel like they have to be as chasey as they were.
Pistol.
Like, I think you can build a detachment that you like, and with very minimal, like, retools, you can probably be pretty competitive throughout the edition. That's the impression I've gotten. I don't think you're going to win a GT, but, like, you could 2-1 an RGT with basically any Space Marine list. The balance feels good enough in 10th ed.
I built a spawn line. I'm not going to get those. That is all.
Wouldn't mind Blood Angels. Blood Angels are extremely good right now.
Charge phase.
They'll probably get a codex in the future that will change a lot of their mechanics, but that won't be for at least another year or 2. But they are, the Librarian Dreadnought and Death Company is very, very, very strong.
Yeah.
Which is weird, because when the edition came out, everyone, including myself, said that they were bad. But, man, had we not put the Gladius Task Force combos together. Desolators were too strong, I think. And they were just like, they were an inferior Desolator. This poor Biovore getting wrapped up by Urian over here. The Squig Father! Thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate you.
These guys. I don't think that's worth it. No. Okay.
GSC is one of the most
I'll spend a paint
affordable
token on it.
armies. That feels like a hot take, Jack.
Start with Rack Earth.
How many character packs did you have to buy?
8 twos.
$35 for a 30-point model is,
Oof.
oh boy. Oh boy, is that
3 wins.
pricey.
D3 apiece.
Saves 1, so he's probably just gonna die here, but let's see how much damage you do.
3. And
On average, you kill him. Oh, he's dead now. Yeah, he had 4 left.
6. Yeah. Okay.
Let's see if he blows up.
2 more paint tokens.
He does not.
That is my turn.
Yo, Max.
Man,
no
this 10-man
prisoners for
rack squad is
5.
And that's
absolutely
for
slapped this
5.
game. I thought they were just gonna die to the Nero Tyrant, but holy crap, was I wrong.
I'll get 5 on primary on my turn. Let me roll Battle Shock for my one guy right here. He passes.
The Invader ATB, they're okay. I don't think the Invader's
on
particularly
primary.
good, but you know, if you're new, buy whatever you want. Buy what gives you joy, chat. At this point, I mean, we're a pretty competitive community over here, so we like to talk about stuff that's like very cutting edge. At this point,
Oh, I'm out, but they go up at the
you
top
know,
of the battle.
who knows? Who knows what's going to be good in a bit.
Right, yeah. Okay, unless you charge off completely, that sticky will be gone.
Yeah, he's gonna move there.
Did we have to do coherency?
I will Overwatch.
Did we have to do coherency for the Cowboys?
We
You
do,
did.
yes. We lose the bad 2.
Nice.
Yeah. It's 1 command point. Let's see if I get a 6. No 6s. You're good.
I'm gonna rush up here. Just get in so it's an automatic
Yeah,
charge.
people think the Invader ATV looks silly, and I don't disagree with them.
I need to worry about measuring him.
It looks like it's from Mario Kart.
Smalllock's gonna go turn 1, about 1 inch. So that's 3.5, and then move on to this point. This Maleceptor will move up 8.
The guns are right next to the guy's head. Have you seen the Storm Speeder Hail Strike pasta
them.
puffin?
This
Battle Brother
Exocrine
Tinnitus
is-
over there, manning the heavy stubbers. He has a firing chamber on each ear. Oh my god. He wears like heavy machine guns as earmuffs. Absolutely incredible. Funny when you could res them.
Do I want to do that though?
Man, people freaked out about that interaction so much. That was back in like, I think that those are like the situations where Games Workshop got this kind of like gun shy worry about over nerfing. Like that's why we got Eldar for so long, because GW was like, well, we can't be sure it's not just like people blowing smoke up our ass about like an interaction that's actually not that bad. I bet Phantasm's okay. No, Phantasm was never okay. You're a moron. But like the Invader ATV thing was like so blown out, like so far out of proportion, it was nuts. People were like, "Oh, I can't believe it! This interaction's so broken. You can bring back a 80-point model or whatever." Sure. Did it ever win a tournament when it was legal? Like no. Almost every army could deal with that. They could kill 3 dudes with 4+ invuln. Absolutely nuts. Ludicrous, chat. Ludicrous.
And then wounding on 3s.
6s. 8's 9. 9 dies.
Yep.
Does he explode? Nope.
Alright. This Exocrine shooting into this Raider right here.
Pasta Puffin, thanks for
Yeah, I'm
popping in,
gonna
man.
go -1 to hit.
Hope you're having a good one.
Okay, D6
And I hope to
plus
see you in the
3
future.
Shots.
We
Gonna be hitting
stream
on 4s, so 6
just
shots,
about
hitting
every
on
weekday
4s.
at different times. The time should be
And then
updating on the
moving
stream
on
schedule over in the schedule
4s.
tab now.
Alright.
But if you join the Discord, ! Discord, the all the streams get posted beforehand in there and announced. And we also play games on TTS all the time, so please come hang out. Ninth edition was wild. Yeah, 9th edition was crazy. It was a good time, though. I very much enjoyed 9th edition. I like 10th edition more, but 9th edition was pretty good. 9th edition's line of sight rolls, I think, have been the best. The line of sight and terrain rolls, despite the fact that I have gripes with them still, I think are the best that 40k's ever had. 10th edition was a step down in that respect, which is kind of sad to say. But turns out, true line of sight cover, not a great idea. Maybe you shouldn't have done that, G-Dub. 9th edition was a power trip. Yeah. The problem with 10th edition not being a power trip is that the factions for which it is a power trip get
Warlock
really
is gonna
powerful.
charge these Kabalite warriors.
Okay.
He's gonna make it.
At least in 10th edition, like, people would rock up with that Wraith Knight, and, like, 3/4 of the armies in the game could just kill it in one turn. You'd be like, oh, what are you gonna do, shoot this thing to death? And your opponent's like, yeah. Get fucked.
This Norn emissary is gonna charge these Kabalite warriors. He'll make it. And then this
Dude.
Maliceptor will charge.
Most of the Tyranid armies I played would one-run that thing in the Psychic phase. We would kill that idiot with Mortal Wounds. We wouldn't even deal with the stupid Fortune and
Right.
saving throws and stuff. That thing would just be dead.
We'll go on to the fight phase. You do have enough CP for an interrupt, but I don't think it's super relevant, so I'll just move down the way. We'll start with the Norn Emissary just because he's probably at the most risk of actually getting killed by something with his
Sure.
5 wounds. And he no longer has a feel no pain because he's no longer on the point. But he'll go into them. 6 attacks. Hitting on 3s.
The final
Wounding on
boss in an MMO.
2s.
It's like going up against the final boss in MMO where you're
It's
supposed
one
to be
guy.
part of like a 27-person party, but you're all by yourself.
Hitting on 3s. wounding
It's like playing against the final boss, but the final boss isn't designed to be defeatable.
More.
I don't actually think he can still be an engagement range of you. And in that case, he'll consolidate onto the point. Board cover. There's no real. Alright, we'll do this fight next, unless you want to spend 2 CP to interrupt.
No, I'm good.
Alright, so here, 16 attacks, hitting on 3s, wounding on 2s.
Oh, no, Battle Shock. I can, yeah. Can't do anything.
Alright, so that many AP2.
They're gone.
Okay. Chat, this game, while we've been talking about 10th edition or 9th edition stuff, this game has been insanely close. We're down to 3 vehicles on the Drukhari side. The Biobort did get taken down. There's a unit of Rex on the Tyranid home objective, which is a little bit dangerous because Drukhari are pulling tacticals, so they could get capture enemy outpost and really blow things out. That said, we just knocked the Kabalites out in the center. There's only 2 remaining. They're going to have to take Battle Shock this coming turn. This Moloch cleared out the other Kabalite warrior unit. And Maliceptor is locking down a 3rd Kabalite warrior unit. There are still 5 racks over here that's going to be able to move up and steal this objective from the Moloch. But they can't do so by charging, because the Moloch will just kill them in the swing back. So, like, they might just have to dedicate all the guns to shoot a Moloch, but I'm sure that Derek isn't too upset about that because he's fine just taking wounds on a relatively inexpensive Moloch. These things are only about 11 points a wound, maybe 10. So the damage efficiency is in his favor. And any turn his Norn Emissary doesn't go down is a good turn. Is Battle Shock a new rule, and what does it do? Great question. Yeah, Battle Shock is the new morale system for 40k. So if you played in the past, you may remember that morale either caused you to run away from your opponent or caused your models to be removed as casualties to fleeing. It no longer does that. Instead, Battle Shock, you take Battle Shock checks in your command phase at the start of your turn. If you are below half of your starting strength, which is the number of models you started the game with. So usually, if you have a unit of 10 models, if you're below 5, so 4 models or lower, you start taking Battle Shock checks. If you fail the Battle Shock check, you can no longer control objectives. You don't count towards objective control. Your objective control value becomes 0. And you can't be targeted by stratagems. And there's some other downsides, some minor downsides as well. So the big thing is that you can lose objectives if your models are below half strength. And you can lose things like defensive stratagems that'll keep you alive against enemies. But that is brand new in 10th edition. And there's a lot of armies that force battle shock checks out of phase. Tyranids are one of them. They can. There's armies like Chaos Knights that can prey on battle shock checks that you fail and get bonuses against you. It's like a whole system. Some factions really, really, really enjoy sort of capitalizing on failed battle shock checks. Yeah. Yeah, so it's like morale checks, but your units don't die. They just become less effective if you fail the morale. Yeah, and then some factions like being battle shocked, yeah. Dark Angels, if they're battle shocked, actually get better. Just pretty wild.
11. Cavalites. Probably fall back. What are we doing here? Yeah. You don't have any strat to move through models, right?
No.
Yeah. Cavalites fall back. Something like that.
Okay.
I'll advance the Chronos. Maybe we actually shoot the Chronos. Just get them out there doing something.
Dark Angels are getting a they got a pretty late release in 9th edition.
I don't think he actually
They
makes
got Lionel Johnson right at the end of the edition, like going into 10th edition. And then they're also they're slated for a new codex release shortly. So Dark Angels are getting a bunch of new stuff. They also have some of the best faction-specific units in Space Marines.
Good.
So people aren't
3,
the battle shock synergies that Dark Angels have aren't like really the
10, 11.
most people just take them in normal Space Marine detachments and not in Dark Angels specific. Like, they don't use all the Dark Angels specific roles, but Dark Angels like Deathwing Knights and stuff are super good. So people play Dark Angels to play those guys.
I'll hang out right there.
They don't care about the battle shock stuff as much. It is cool though.
Ravager.
Deathwing Knight's also getting a brand new unit, with a brand new model, which is gorgeous looking. They went from being kind of like derpy old school Terminators to being super good.
To actually kill him. So yeah. If you want to Overwatch, you can. I'll just
Waiting for Night Lords to start popping up. Oh, because of the new upgrade sprue in the Kill Team box.
I'll leave it there.
I kind of hope we get a rules, some sort of rules representation for Night Lords. It's so weird that every Space Marine, Chaos Space Marine army is like a Black Legion right now.
So he has a blast,
blast,
and then a weird precision weapon. That
yeah, the new models is also helpful for sure.
Okay. COC on a Moloch 4.
Yeah.
Just going to contest that. As long as we kill him, we're okay.
As long as we kill a Norn Emissary, we're okay.
Have to advance.
Yeah, big contestation here
them.
for Drukhari.
Before they move.
Scored a 10-point primary up to 63.
Two
If the
success.
Emissary lives, it will contest the Ravager, or it will control the objective through the Ravager. Its OC is too high.
8
So
shots.
Derek is all in on
Come on, 6s.
keeping this thing alive. Is he overwatching?
All right. Winning on 2s. There we go. AP2.
Sits up. Kills one.
Ah, you can't contest it now.
Oh, spicy chat. So he overwatched with the Norn Emissaries blast attack. Hit one Capelite warrior and killed it, which makes it impossible for it to take the Moloch's objective away. So Dare Bear here securing himself an objective unless this Ravager kills a Moloch in one shot, which is unlikely. Not impossible though. It does get rerolls against them. That's huge. But now between the Ravager and the remaining Darklands Warrior, they have a combined objective control of 5. So they are going to beat the Norn Emissary in the center. That's going to be contested. So unless something weird happens, Tyranids are going to be locked down to a 5-point primary this coming turn. So only up to 52 points. at the start of their turn, and without any more points coming out of Bring It Down, which has been maxed, they're looking for cheeky deploy teleport homers, which I guess the emissary could do if it gives up its whole turn, which is a little bit awkward. Rumored they're getting even more models for Dark Angels? Really? Whoa. It feels like a lot. Hope Space Wolves get a new model update. There's no way we don't get like a sick Primaris Logan Grimnar, right? The current Logan Grimnar model is like kind of a travesty. I guess that might be heresy to say because of his cool sled, but I don't know. I think he's a little silly looking, if I'm gonna be honest. And with all the Terminators getting updates, like give that man his due.
We're just gonna hang out over here.
Lehman Russ. That's kind of like the direction things are going, right?
This way a bit.
If we had, all right, so if we had the possibility of Lehman Russ in the future, what am I trying to say? Would you rather have Lehman Russ now, and the mystery of Lehman Russ's, you know, whatever he's been doing in the Eye of Terror is disappeared, or would you have rather have Jagatai Khan return now with the possibility of Lehman Russ in the future? Because I'm gonna tell you what, chat. I think Jagatai Khan would be fucking sick. If we got a real White Scars army with real rules and real characters, woo! Dr. Dudes. Nice to get a Thunderwolf Cap update as well. Oh my god, yeah. The Thunderwolf Cap models are a little bit...
Pain token on that Ravager.
Rather have Emperor's Children. This isn't a question for the Emperor's Children fans, alright? This is a question for all the OG Space Marine fans.
Pain token on that Warrior.
It's got nothing else. But I'm like, really?
Russ needs to be last. You always save the
Chronos?
best for last. Oh, yeah. He'd come back and his, like,
right.
his two Spirit Wolves would be on, like, a super sick diorama base with him or something. Like, they'd be forming a unit. It'd be the coolest thing ever.
That guy actually does have a Dark Lance, I forget.
He has, like, cool Spirit Wolves, right?
Okay. That is everything. So we will start with
All right, moment of truth.
start
chat.
with that one Darklands.
Can we kill the Norn Emissary? And unlock shooting into the Moloch?
He hits on a 4.
Not like that.
Rolling. Wounds on a 3.
Oh, it did get through.
AP3.
Drum roll, please. Oh, no!
Damage
Derek, you gotta make these
is
saves, my guy. No,
seven.
he
Enough
just
to
dies
kill him. Does
immediately.
he blow up? Blow up for me. No.
I can't believe that we
Good
took
job,
out
buddy.
the explodometer and only got one explosion. That's so sad.
Okay. So that gives us options.
That's huge. That's a big kill, though.
Well, not really.
That's gonna unlock both Ravagers to shoot the Moloch. No, only one is gonna shoot the Moloch, I think. That one doesn't have line of sight past the ruins here. So we're gonna get a single Ravager and a Chronos into the Moloch. If they kill it, they drop
3 wounds.
Tyranids primary permanently, and I think Tyranids are out of steam at that point.
Saves 2.
Okay. Three damage.
Ooh, that's not a good roll. Well, looks like the
so
game
over
continues,
here.
chat.
Gonna go into the other Moloch, I guess, because that's all you can see.
Sanguinor has a new model, Primex sized, imbued with the soul of Sanguinius. That's so lame. Oh, it's Sanguinius and all but name. Okay, man. Whatever you say. No explanation. He's just back. No, chat. They need to do a true Palpatine. You call this the true Palpatine is when you announce your return in a Fortnite cutscene. They do a Fortnite integration where Sanguinius rises from the dead, and no one who plays Fortnite plays 40k, and no one would get it.
And Prime Stronghold will probably. Do you have any way that you think you can get here?
No, you can
Take it
actually.
out.
40k night. Do you remember the mock-up on there's like a Fortnite and 40k fan art that somebody did that never got released? Oh, here it is. It looked so legit.
Below half. So I'll get 5 on primary.
Oh yeah, some YouTube channel did it on April Fools. Let me post the let me post the thing. Here's the link for everyone in chat. Look how good that looks.
Yep. So he's gonna go there and get ready to charge some racks.
So Tyranids did score primary. The
I
issue
have
now
so
is
much
teleport
CP
homers, I think.
that I'm
You
running
might as well
Overwatch.
Overwatch. Yeah, you might as well. There's no reason not to.
Okay. I'll start with the liquefier. Oh, well, no. I have a better spot of Overwatch later. When that Marlock charges into them. So, yeah.
Oh yeah, because you can do it before
Well,
the charge.
Oh, no, I'm not within 24. I can do it with the Warriors. That's still better than...
Somehow
Rats. So, yeah.
Sanguinius
Okay.
has returned.
All right, so let's see. What's the best approach to doing this?
Se-
Need to kill your
Secrets
stuff.
only the Primarchs would know.
Okay, kill either of these
Yeah,
guys.
I don't know if Fortnite and 40k like really have the right vibe, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of skulls in 40k, and that doesn't. I don't know if that fits so much with Fortnite's aesthetic, but
He's gonna move up
I don't know.
here 8 and poke his nose out. Well, he's fully on the cover. I can't do that. Okay, so. All right, and then he doesn't need to move right now. We'll go to the. Oh, this guy will shuffle onto the point. So I want to make it hard for you to take it. Am I an inch away? I am, so he's good. All right, shooting phase.
GW would just make a Fortnite clone be awful. Isn't that
This
Eternal
Exocrin.
Crusade? Isn't that what that ended up being?
You know what? I don't.
The phone game with cards. Battle Royale 40k card game.
All this.
Ugh. How many 40k card games have we had?
Yeah,
Like
So
100
this
million?
Exocrin is going to shoot into.
And
these
none of them
Cowboy
have been
Warriors.
widely played.
How many of them are left?
There are...
Apparently the Horus Heresy one's pretty good
So
though.
D6 plus 4 shots. He's going to get 5 shots. He is hitting on 3s because he moved. Wounding on 2s. Just 2, AP3.
You die.
Tacticus?
Alright.
I have no idea,
Now this
chat.
guy gets rerolls of 1 to hit.
I have no
Hit
idea.
As well.
Those jokers gotta sponsor me if they want me to
D6
play their
plus
game.
4 shots. 7 shots.
Chaos
Hitting
is
on
here.
3s, rerolling the 1s.
Everybody watch out. This stream is about to get chaotic. Thank you for the follow.
And then wounding on 2s.
Yeah, I get ads all the time too. They, unironically, the animations do look kind of okay.
Right. I don't know if that's enough to
For a-
kill
for a
it, but
mobile
that might have
game,
not been enough.
it looks
So,
alright.
Alright, we will go into the charge phase. This Moloch. Well, actually, this Maliceptor will charge these guys right here.
I lost my good weapon. I'm not going to Overwatch.
Oh,
Oh,
He
yeah,
may-
can see with him. So, yeah.
He makes it, so he'll just go there.
man, it looks like
this
Drukhari are
Moloch
gonna
charge
be next to
backs.
tabled at the end of this game. I mean, there's still 3 gunboats in the back, so I think they're probably doing okay.
He makes
But man, it's gonna be
And then this
it's an
Moloch
uphill
will
battle
charge
for
these
Tyranids
racks.
to win this one from
So I
here.
guess I will Overwatch that mod.
14 up on Drukhari.
We got that.
Now we are on take and hold, so we do get bottom round 5 scoring for Tyranids, so they could push a 15 on the bottom of the last round. If they clear all this stuff, don't lose too many monsters over here, and then push to the center and take it. There is a non-zero chance that we see Tyranids with a 15 pointer. That would bring them up to 67. That would only tie them with the current Drukhari score. And Tyranids are currently not scoring any additional points. They're killing Drukhari models, but because their only other way to make up points is by deploying teleport hovers. It just goes to show you, chat.
Charges.
Fixed secondaries,
We'll go into
you know,
fights. We'll do this
not
one
all they're
first.
cracked up to be, you know what I'm saying?
Okay, so he's hitting on 3s
Another treat for Inky? Oh my god, chat. Yeah, Inky is fat enough as it is, but you know, I have to accede to the wills of chat. So it is time for Inky's treat. We have to open a new bag of treats. We forgot through the first ban already. Fortunately, I have extra. Space Marine 2 randomly dropping in December. No, it got delayed until Q4 2024, I think. So I think it's dropping December of next year. Q3 maybe? Which, to be fair, I think was to be expected because there was no information about that game available anywhere. We got some gameplay trailers, and that was it. If that was going to be dropping in a month, I think you would see a lot more. A lot more hype about it.
Hitting on 3s, wounding on.
All right, let's go get some treats.
It says
Oh, damn.
and 5s. We still lose the squad. Gets me a pain token.
Al Scepter, 6 attacks, hitting on 3s, wounding on 2s. Alright,
Sits
on your 5 up.
Still kills 3. Leave that guy alive. Blaster.
Think. Yeah,
Then I
pass it on to you. Yeah, do your fight back here, but I think we can actually call it there because you're going to get 15 on primary on your last turn, and you'll see what secondaries you get. And I'm not going to get, well, even if I get 15, I don't think it matters.
Rackarth on 2s. And sixes. And
We back, chat. Inky's eating her Treatos.
no damage there. Okay.
She loves those
Yeah,
Treatos,
I'll
so
spend
thank
the
you,
CP to
chat.
auto pass that
Thanks
final
everyone for
shot.
hanging out, by the way, tonight.
Yeah,
It's been a
'cause
big
that's-
crowd tonight, so I appreciate that. It's a cool matchup, which I think is why we're seeing it.
15. Let's see what I draw.
And it looks like Liberaith
Turn it down. Tempting target.
retaining control of 3
You're not gonna get
objectives
this
in the
target.
center here. Auto-passing the Rax. Rax almost got knocked out by the Moloch. This Neuraloid is old.
Scepter somehow.
So we were down to only 5 after the Moloch's
well,
attacks.
I.
But then Uri and Rackarth keeping the unit alive, regenerating it,
Yeah.
and scoring a 15. Yeah, and that's an unrecoverable lead
could
for the
also just win
Tyranids.
this
They can't score anymore, bring it down. The max they could score would be 19. That
Tried
would bring them to a
maximize your
71.
Score, but I
And that would be that would be a Drukhari
okay, yeah,
win
No, it just doesn't matter. Yeah, you're
by 10 points.
bring it
Congratulations to Liberaith for taking this one down.
They fall back. They
I mean, it goes to show you, I think just the number of high OC models that Drukhari have access to
doesn't matter.
in those transports to push them aggressively up the table. Tons and tons of racks regenerating with Uri and Rackarth. Tons and tons of Cavalite Warriors. Super difficult to beat them on primary objective, especially because they can leave their home objective and lock it in early
I
game.
get 10 on primary, I think max next turn, so.
We got range. I'm gonna advance.
Drew Carey.
Doesn't matter. I don't get
Indeed.
them. I have plenty of pain tokens.
It's the last turn, so.
This guy here.
Yeah, see, I think honestly what you just do, if you just move up here and move block me, then I'm locked in at 5 primary. Because you just move him there and then move the Chronos over here. And then it's just whether you score.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, maybe I kill enough guys here to get 10, but like that way I can't even get more than 10 on primary probably.
Yeah, this guy comes here, and honestly, if I kill that, oh no, you score at the end anyway. So yeah, because he could fire and fade over to there after. But just yeah, for the 3 points, we'll roll Dark Lances. 7 of them, rerolling 3s. They all hit. 4 wounds on the Moloch.
3 go through.
5 plus 6 is 11.
Alright, he dead. Does the Moloch blow up? Oh my god, not that it matters. It's not.
Oh yeah, I don't have TCP anyway. Or I do if I don't care about tempting target. Yeah, if I don't care about tempting target, this guy comes to here, and I do get tempting target. So 5 and 3. And then
You don't get him. Oh no, because he's 2. He's 2. You're right.
Yeah.
Did he roll a battle shock?
he did not. He has to roll that, or that doesn't work.
Oh, no!
I do not get tempting target.
The battle shock's
Okay.
coming in clutch.
Yeah, and then you
And that is
get-
it for
I'll
me.
get
5.
5
maybe 10.
primary, maybe 10. I don't think it's hard to.
Yeah.
How many of these guys are left?
They'd heal 3. They'd fall back,
And I'd charge them.
and then -1 to wound. If you
Yeah.
want
Yeah, I might as well see what happens.
Yeah, just gonna see if the
Just see if I can get.
Moloch can do enough damage here to steal an objective back bottom round.
Hitting on 3s.
Even these Molochs with
Always
16,
wounding on
17
3s.
attacks
Yep,
can't
never
get
mind.
through this
So you don't even need to roll the saves. Not even relevant at this
Stats
point.
just not good enough.
So I'm just gonna get 5 on primary. I
GG.
You're-
I mean, I could move him over and do deploy teleport homers. What's the exocrines? OC 4.
As long as you kill the warrior with shooting, it shouldn't be a problem.
Oh, I don't have to. I just have to move him within.
Is it
6
bad
to
rolls,
do
chat?
Deploy. And the warrior's
I-
battle shocked.
Because it's 17 attacks, right?
Oh yeah, he's battle shocked. Yeah,
It's 17 attacks, 3s and 3s.
Which I don't think I can.
So if we math it out, yeah,
Yeah.
or
I
3s
can,
and
so there's
2s,
no
I
point.
guess.
So
If you
I
-1 to
just
wounds,
get,
they're on 3s, which he did.
5 on primary.
And then they're on a 6+ invul and 5+ feel no pain, right?
So, yeah. That's it. GG. Way to hold me to like almost no primary the whole game.
Or I guess they don't have a feel no pain. So, but it still should be somewhere around 11 hits. You drop 4 from wounding, so you wound 7 times, and then they save at least 1. So you probably only kill 6 out of 10, and then they heal 3 and take the objective back.
To be toned down, but I understand why they can't do that at the moment, because if they do that, then the army's kind of nothing.
if they do that, they need to give us melee or something. Or
Well, no, but
AP on
that's
other stuff. Yeah.
that's what I was actually saying. What they should do is buff the other parts of Drukhari so they're not just Darklance the army, and then maybe
Absolutely.
also like make these more expensive, because these should absolutely be more expensive than they are.
Yeah, they already bumped them up to 30 apiece, I think.
Yeah.
In the last one.
How
but-
much are they?
125 now.
Oh, anything less than 150 is too cheap for these. With 3 Darklances, with rerolls on 1, and access to full hit rerolls, I think they need to be 150. That kind of las cannon output usually, or at least like 140. But other than that, no, everything else in your army either needs to get way cheaper or actually do stuff. So they can't touch that stuff until they do that. They can't even make these guys more expensive until they do that. Like, and I'm not even whining about here because I don't think it's broken. It's just like that it is all Darklance is a little exhausting when you're
It's
If
monster.
anybody has any questions to the players, by the way, go ahead and throw them in the chat while we do the breakdown here.
No, and that makes sense to me. Because like your anti-infantry shooting is kind of butt because there's no AP on it. So
yeah, like there's an okay volume. I get a couple wounds every time, but it's not.
yeah, you're not killing
Especially-
Terminators,
especially
with
for
Cavalry
two weapons,
warriors. Yeah.
Yeah. Custodies give me a problem. Necrons give me problems.
No, definitely GG's really well played, honestly. Like I definitely made a mistake there. I shouldn't have Overwatched, and that was my bad. I like forgot Rax Regen. I should have actually saved the CP and probably bought a Moloch in that turn. But other than that, like no, this is like a hard match to fight because it's just like if I
Going-
expose my stuff.
Being Fitzed, did you feel like you were short on CP a lot?
So no, because you killed the one unit I probably would have spam strats on.
Okay.
Which would have been the stuff over here.
Yeah.
Like I use strats on the Norn Emissary, but I'm gonna be real honest. It's why I don't want to say I'm kind of down on Tyranids right now because one, I think the anti-skew stuff kind of shits on what's best in the list right now, which is the monsters. It's either monsters or you do horde mission play, and I don't think horde mission play is very fun. And the problem is the big monsters kind of just get blown up by things like this in Space Marines, so it's sort of getting frustrating to play them. Like when I can play against Eldar and pull a win out of Eldari, but like I play against Space Marines and it just feels like an auto loss.
Yeah.
That's why I'm gonna do Death Guard again, because why not suffer even more?
Yeah. This is
Actually, I think Death Guard. has a
I'm
better-
tired of Drukhari at the moment, so I've been playing some Death Guard, and I really like their new thing. They've been
Yeah.
really successful with me.
Yeah, well, technically, I think they have a better win rate than Tyranids at the moment. And I put together a weird character mortal wound spam list that I think will be fun to play, just a break from monster mash where I give up, bring it down every game.
Yeah.
Because I think you could have run, well, you could have easily have run bring it down deploy, but I understand why you didn't. But you were never really short on CP.
Yeah, it's quite often I am short. There was a few. How many zeros did I have? I had 3 zeros, 4.
Well, yeah, you were spending CP like crazy, so I kind of understand.
Yeah, because I don't have a single way to gain CP. Like they need to put something in.
You should get it from
Maybe
the guy with the 2+ force field that goes away when you fail a save. He should give you CP. Or something, the one, the Autark or the.
he's a pain token, doesn't he?
Well, he
And he has vet.
and he vex, yeah. He does the opposite of giving you CP. Takes him away from
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, I wish they gave more things that gave CP and fewer Vex to armies, because like not getting to use strats kind of makes the game sort of dry.
Yeah.
But that's like a weird 10th edition decision they made. So
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I think a lot of it was like they gave a lot of armies free strats and they didn't.
yeah, and then they didn't.
Yeah. Except for the armies that they
And-
didn't do that to. So
And yeah, I don't have any free strats either.
right,
Right?
yeah,
No free strats, no CP gen.
yeah. It's like Drukhari and
Um,
Death Guard were both just like, well, I guess we live without that stuff.
They at
Yeah,
least have a tally master, even.
they
Oh,
do
that's
at
true.
least have the
Yeah.
tally, man. That's 45 points. You just stick them in your backfield and hope they don't have indirect. So
Yeah. That's fair. Well, GG guys, I love it.
Yeah,
Congratulations on taking it down. It was a fun
Yeah.
one to watch. People were excited about the matchup.
I know, I think it's a good game. I have no complaints. I would rather lose to a game like this than just lose on turn 1 to Black Templar Ironstorm. So
Yeah, that's fair. Definitely fair. Well, I'll go ahead and put the scores in for you guys, so you should be all set. Thank you two for playing.
yep. Thanks for hosting, and you guys have a good night.
Yeah.
It's,
Cheers, you
you
two.
too.
All right, chat. Big thanks to the players for agreeing to jump on the stream. Go ahead and throw the scores in real quick. I think that concludes this event, so we can get a nice look at what the top finishers look like. Inky's back. One game ongoing. And I guess it is technically not yet over. They still have another 2 hours to play. So let's give them a little bit of time to submit. All right, so I don't have the final standings yet, but it looks like, unless something changes, Raise, it does look like you're in second place. Derek in third. Congo Bill, number 4th. With Chaos Demons, hell yeah. Well, good stuff. All right, chat. Thanks everyone for joining. Let's go raiding. I don't know if I'm going to be live tomorrow, so I'm right after this. I'm actually getting this done a little bit late, so it might be a coffee time after this game. But it is. Yes, Inky. What do you have to say for yourself, kitty cats? Oh, okay. Good to know. Thank you. Wow, we are almost every viewer in the Warhammer tag, by the way. Is that real? Holy shit. 38 viewers and 30 of them are here? Huh. Huh. Well, we're gonna go hang out with AWOL Trooper. It's kind of fun. He's painting a dinosaur. We talked a lot about dinosaurs today, and so I love that. Yeah, it depends on how much sleep I get tonight, whether or not I stream tomorrow. I do have a game scheduled on Tuesday. It is going to be a wacky, zany, silly game. It is in a pod, so I apologize to my opponent for giving him a wild game, but we're playing Snakes on a Plane. I put every single snake model I could into Tyranids and put it into a list, and that's what we're playing on Tuesday after Tactical Tuesday. And then, yeah, we should have plenty more games scheduled over the course of the remaining week, so stay tuned to the stream schedule for that. Otherwise, let's go hang out with AWOL Trooper. Thanks, everyone, for watching. Have a great night, and I will see you on the flip side. Cheers.